Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again to another cool, fun stream over here at Wanderer's Haven. I'm Kevin, and tonight I am your host, but not your game master, dungeon master, storyteller, narrator, any of that fun stuff, because we're playing a game where we get to have no GM. We're going break it free. We're getting rid of the GM. We're going to tell a game where we all three get to weave a cool story together, because we're playing Action 12 Cinema by my good buddy Michael Ross over at the RPG Academy. This is a cool pre-order version that I got to be able to play it here. You can pre-order that over on his website. We'll toss that link out here in a second, but it is RPG Academy / action 12 cinema. Action 12 Cinema is a new role-playing game that recently funded on Kickstarter. It is basically a game in which US players have a collaborative story, a one-shot type of scenario where you create a cool, over-the-top, schlocky, B-level movie, action film, and it totally rocks. I'm not going to lie, I love this game, and I'm not just saying that because I know Michael. I really honestly think this game is a lot of fun, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun playing, you two, and a lot of fun watching. So, before we get into that, though, I want to thank you all for tuning in because tonight is part of the No Kid Hungry stream that we are taking a part of. We're part of the team making sure that we can help do what we can to make sure that no kid goes hungry tonight because it's a problem. And I feel like, together we can make a difference. So we're going to have a chance if you want to at any time during the stream tonight. Send over some donations. All of that goes to the organization, not to us. We want to help out those kiddos. And what's even more fun about these donations is you can use them to actually affect the game tonight. That's right. You can make us do some crazy stuff. We'll lay that all out in a minute when we get started proper. But first, let's go around and let's introduce all of ourselves so that you know who you're going to be watching for the next, 2 hours or so. I'm Kevin, as I said, and I'm not the game master. I'm just the host this evening, but I can be found online at the socials at KevRand Games. I am one of the production members of Wanderer's Haven, which I love. It's a lot of fun here. And I'm also the guy in charge over at the Lanat Eterna channel, where I run a cool 5th edition Evernight type of thing, which is every Friday night. So tonight we're going to be playing some cool action stuff with my good friends Jeremy and Beth. So Beth, say hi to everybody. Tell them who you are, what you're all about.
Hi everybody, I am Beth. What am I all about? Geez.
Well, you're down to clown. We know this.
I am down to clown. No, I'm Beth. You can find me on social media at Beth Masco. I am another member of the team here and glad to be. I've played this game once before with Kev and it's really fun. I don't know what to expect because that's just the nature of this game, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what shenanigans we find ourselves in, and I'm definitely excited to see if anybody feels so inclined to donate, what your donations can do to this story. So glad to be here.
Awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
It's always good. Yeah, it is going to be awesome. You're absolutely right. Beth, it's awesome to share the table with you. I always love playing with you. This is going to be no exception. So thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing it tonight. And of course, you all at home know him. You love him. You've seen him all over the place here. It's Jeremy Hochhalter. What's up, Jeremy?
Oh, sorry. I'm actually sitting in for whoever it was you were just talking about.
Oh man, you look just like him. That's so weird, man. Wait, are you his evil twin? Are we in the mirror universe?
Yes, I am. But I have to shave this off to be my evil twin.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, I'm Jeremy. This is my home here on the internet, or you can find me on Twitter at WHPubs. But I've been here for a bit, and it's so awesome to have the two of you joining me tonight, as well as on the channel in general. Looking forward to this. Miko says that I need to dye my mohawk.
Oh, you should.
He says black, though. I've always wanted to do like green or blue.
I was thinking like
something
blue,
a little more bright, right?
Yeah.
Stick out. But, if someone wants to donate $100 tonight to... I'll make this. I'll set it up. It's not already set up. I will. Mirror Universe is black. That's fair, Miko.
That is.
I will dye my hair if someone donates $100.
I love it.
If you were to dye it like a light blue, you could look like the cartoon Pegasus from the Disney version of Hercules. Just like straight up.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm totally down.
Now it's the party. I love it.
Nice.
I would dye my hair, but One thing I almost forgot to mention, we're doing a giveaway tonight.
We
so
are.
Everybody who is watching can, I don't know what that link is, Jeremy. I wasn't told what the link is. How do they enter the giveaway?
It is
give me a
in
code?
the Twitch chat.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what you can win is we have recently become partners with the really cool folks over at Fan Roll Dice. They make some really awesome sets. Jeremy was showing off one just the other day, both the one that he himself got and also one that we're going to be giving away tonight. We're giving away one of these cool little packs, some Misfit dice. These are cool, really unique packs, a blind bag, as it were. And you're going to have your choice when you win. This is a metal set. They're all metal. Ow. And Jeremy's got one of their little mini guys, which are probably about the size of, I can't reach my mini dice, and then also the one that is a mystery bag. Who knows? Maybe you've got a solid gold die. Maybe there's a die in there made out of Gary Gygax's thigh bone. I don't know. You'd have to win it and find out.
I am super stoked too, because so when Fanroll was metallic dice, I bought some dice from them, and then they came out with their, and I was talking about this on the stream the other day, they came out with their rainbow versions, but I get to use my bouncy dice for the first time ever!
Yes.
Bouncy dice!
It's a perfect game to do it.
Awesome.
I love it. So cool. Well, all right. Let's dive in, shall we? Okay. So now that you know who we are, we're playing Action 12 Cinema, as I mentioned. What's really cool about Action 12 Cinema is it is a no GM, zero prep game. We literally are going to make everything up in the moment. We're going to do some dice rolling to help get us started as we do the pre-production phase, which is basically we're going to set the scene of what our cool action movie is going to look like, what it's going to be, who we are with making our characters, and then we're going to dive right in and tell a really wild story. So first off, what we need to do is we need to decide what type of action movie we're going to make tonight. So there is a chart right in the book. Michael has made this very easy for you just to get in here, start playing this thing. If you have some friends who maybe don't play role-playing games, give them one of these weird-looking die. It's got 12 sides, the best die, he'll tell you. And get them to start rolling, make it all up. So which one of you three... I'm
Which one of us three?
Yes.
He's talking about my Mirror Universe other friend. Okay, gotcha.
That's right.
It's Jeremy and Kiermy.
Right. And
which one did
Jeremy.
Oh, that's right, with two Y's.
Wow.
Right.
Which one of you would like to roll first to determine our genre of our action film tonight? It is a chart that has 12 different options, and based on the roll, we're going to find out what kind of movie we're making tonight.
I feel like we should roll for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a d12.
What's the...
Okay.
So is this system a roll above or roll under?
In this system, you are going to roll a number of successes. I'll break that down a little bit once we kind of get into it.
Gotcha.
But this system uses nothing but d12s, and sometimes a lot of them.
Gotcha.
Not quite Shadowrun crazy, but you're going to use a bunch of d12s in a pool.
Is a success high or low?
A success is there's like a target number, I guess
Right.
you could say, and then the number of successes. That's.
But you want to roll above or below it?
Yeah. Above.
Above. Okay. So
Cool.
whoever's the highest roll will go first.
I love it.
Okay.
All right.
This cool
All right.
smooth yellow one. This comes from my original
Yeah.
D&D set. back in the
That's
day.
a 1.
That is a 1 as well.
I
No
got
kidding.
a 7. Okay.
All right.
Heaven,
So
it's
you're-
all up to
you're rolling
you.
for the genre.
Here we go. All right, I'm gonna roll the same die. Let's do it. Ready? Okay. 1 to 12. Here we go. 2. We are gonna play an action creature feature film.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm down with that.
So who knows? This could be anything from monsters from the outer space. We could be playing something like Them, Piranha, Jaws maybe could fit into this. Not quite Alien because that's kind of sci-fi, but something where it's going to be our heroes against a creature, and maybe there'll be some over-the-top battling too, like maybe something like
Heck
Slither or some other
Ooh.
film like that. So our genre on our cool production sheet that we have is going to be creature feature, baby. So yeah, I'm writing that down. All right, so we are doing creature feature, and next we want to determine what our era is. Now, basically, the default for Action 12 Cinema is really cool, awesome 80s action, but we can kind of decide that. We don't really roll
That's
for
fair.
this. It's one thing we get to decide. So, do we want to do it in the 80s? Do we want to do it in the 60s or 50s? Are we doing a black and white film? Are we doing a futuristic movie? Or are
It's a
we
silent
doing
film.
a silent film?
Right.
Well,
The stream's gonna be iffy, but
You know.
This is
Yes,
how much space you have. So,
Yeah.
let's roll for it.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jeremy, you roll. I guess I'll just go up my screen here. Why don't you go ahead and roll a d12, and we'll have it be that basically if it is 1, 2, or 3, it. Well, you know what? How are we to break this down? There's not a chart for this one.
Oh.
So let's just do
We
this.
can just pick a decade.
We'll just pick it. We'll just pick it.
Miko said he votes
Oh,
for
yeah,
an
chat.
80s war film.
80s war creature
So,
feature.
yeah,
Okay.
so we
Sure.
have a vote for the 80s. 80s
Okay.
are classic.
80s are
you know.
yeah. I know what
80s.
I kind of know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the 80s.
Kinda. Okay. Cool. I need a pencil that's actually sharp. Sweet. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do that. All righty. And now our rating. Now the default again for Action 12 Cinema is PG-13, but we can do whatever we want. It's our story, and we're playing for fun. We can make a G-rated creature feature. We could do a rated R movie. We could do somewhere in the between. What are we all feeling comfortable with?
I'm down for anything. I mean, we could keep it at the base PG-13.
Okay.
Unless, Jeremy, you look like you want to diverge from that.
No, I'm being silly in my head already. So
Oh no.
let's just let's go with PG-13's fine.
PG-13. All right. I think that's a nice, fair place to be. That's where I like to live in my games anyway. So, cool. I love it.
I'm not sure
Alrighty.
that like other than like what really is there that we could do on here that would break like Twitch rules. So
Right.
we'll just
That's fair.
we'll just be careful of that, and otherwise I don't want to lose the channel.
Biggest challenge,
Right.
The biggest challenge I think will be keeping the single F word said to maintain the PG-13
right.
status. Because
Oh,
if you go
yeah.
over, then it's rated R. So
Yeah,
Good luck
PG-13 is
to
gonna be lots
us.
of days, lots of shits, a couple of hells maybe,
Yeah.
but only one F word. That's it.
Only one F
that's
word.
it.
We're not using it now in the pre-roll.
Use it wisely.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So next, so Jeremy, I will have you roll because you get to roll this now. You're going to determine who is our BBEG or Big Bad Evil Guy.
Okay.
So we're going to roll 2d12s, one to
Oh.
determine which chart, and then which Big Bad Evil Guy on the chart. Now these aren't like a character; these are a thing, like an abstract idea. So this could be, if you roll, say, dragon, it doesn't have to physically be a dragon. It could be something that is representational of a dragon in our story, in our movie. So what is the first number that you rolled?
2.
2. Okay, that's on the
aw.
first chart then. BBEG table number 1. And what was the second die you rolled?
4.
4. Okay, this is very fitting for a creature feature from the 80s. We're fighting against aliens. So we've got a creature
Okay.
feature, 1980s war film against aliens. It practically writes itself.
Right? I feel like I've seen this movie.
Yeah, right? Yeah, wait a minute. Dibs on playing Michael Bean. All right, so yeah, we're moving right along. So now we want to determine who wrote this thing, okay? We want to figure out basically what is the plot of our film, the overall problem. And again, this isn't going to be a set in stone thing. It's not going to say character A does this, blah, blah, blah. These are more of an idea, a plot hook, as it were. So, Beth, you're next to roll. So let's have
Okay.
you roll. Same thing. You're going to roll 2d12, one to determine
Okay.
which chart we're going to use out of the book here. And
Okay.
the second one to determine what the movie plot is.
Perfect. Okay, so I rolled a 9
A 9.
for
Okay,
the
that's
chart.
cool. Movie plot table number 5.
Amazing. And
Kind of like Mambo
then
number 5, but a
Right.
little bit cooler.
and then I rolled a 6.
It's the gamer
6.
version.
Okay, our movie plot is that the moon is crashing into the Earth.
No.
It's
Hell
kind of
yeah.
with aliens. This is all weird how this is all
Yes.
coming together. So that's the overall problem of the entire film, is that the moon is going to crash into the Earth.
Amazing.
And again, this could be abstract. Doesn't necessarily need to be exactly the moon, but that could be fun too.
It doesn't even have to be our moon. It could be another moon that the aliens brought with them. They were just like,
Yeah.
hey, we've been
True.
toting this through the galaxy, lost
Absolutely
control
true.
of it, and now it's going to crash into your
Absolutely.
world. Sorry.
I'm immediately getting Armageddon vibes. I know
Right?
it's 1997 and not the 80s, but like that's.
Did you
know.
see Moonfall?
I did
have
not see
not yet.
Moonfall.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. It wasn't exactly what we thought it was. It was actually a little better than we thought it was going to be. But yeah, there's definitely a moon crashing into the world issue there. But it's also not an 80s film, so never mind.
So it's aptly named Moonfall.
Right.
Good to know. Good to know they caught that one. All right, now let's lay out the entire plot right now. Now, what's unique about this story is we're going to roll for the plot elements that are going to happen, the obstacles we have to overcome during our 3-act structure. But again, these are loose, these are abstract, these don't have to be set in stone what it specifically says. So let's all kind of take turns. What we're going to do is we're going to go through. There is a 3-act structure. During the first act, there is 1 obstacle. In the second act, there is 2 obstacles. And in the third act, you guessed it, there's 3 obstacles. So,
oh my goodness.
I happen to be next up to roll, so I'm going to roll for our obstacle of Act 1.
Okay.
Again, I'm rolling a d12 to determine what chart I'm on. 3, that's obstacle table number 1. And what I'm rolling is a 12, which is the table's choice. Now, we're not really at a table because we're playing virtually, but what do we want to be our opening obstacle that we have to overcome? Gang, it's up to us.
Maybe we don't have access to government information that we need. You know, don't have the codes, don't have something.
We're in the dark.
We're in the dark.
In the dark, baby. Just because in the dark is one of them. So I just saw it. And yeah, but again, you can use it, you can modify them to kind of fit abstractly what you're doing. So cool.
Yeah.
All right. Act 2, Jeremy, you're going to roll 2 times. So you're actually going to roll 4 dice, but we're going to do 1 at a time so we can get them written down. So roll a d12 to determine which table we're going to roll on.
All right, 6.
6, baby. That's the obstacle table number 2.
6.
6, okay. One of the obstacles in Act 2. Well, actually, you know what? We can actually move these around. I forgot to say that. So we're actually kind of. I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. So, second obstacle is going to actually be the weather is out of control. So we're in the dark, and the weather is out of control. Now, these are 2 different obstacles that we have to overcome. We get to decide where they go. I did mess that up. Sorry, y'all, but we got it figured out. We're working on it together. What's the second obstacle we're going to face in Act? Well, in general.
So
what's another?
Literally, the next one was 6. So I rolled 6,
Oh,
6,
snap.
6,
Yeah,
and then 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. Something is unstable. Oh,
I'm pretty
Looking
sure
at you,
it's
Kev.
one of us.
okay. Yeah, it's definitely one of us. We're unhinged, guys. All right. We had 3 more obstacles. Beth, there you
Well,
go.
one of my obstacles I'm taking from Stacy UK in the chat, who said
Oh, yeah, chat. Yeah, throw 'em in.
raining aliens. So
Hell
one of our
yeah.
obstacles is that it's raining aliens. I
Raining
It's
love that.
metaphorical. No.
Aliens.
I mean, the
No,
weather
it's
is out of
literally
control.
Right, it's literally raining
love it.
aliens.
I love it. I see what's going on here. I love this. I love this.
All
Yeah,
right.
what's in chat? If you got stuff, throw it at us. This game tonight is going to be very yes and. We're going to stretch our improv muscles, which I haven't done since theater school. So
minute.
this is going to be fun. So let's see what
Right.
happens. But yeah, cool. So we need 2 more.
Yeah, I'll roll for this, and then we'll see if anybody else in the chat wants to throw something in. But
Yeah.
I rolled a 2 to determine
Okay.
the table,
All right, that's table number 1
and
again.
I rolled a 5.
Fight. There is a ticking clock or bomb.
Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
are ticking clocks bad?
Maybe.
Turns out.
Right, there's just a clock that's ticking. We're like, it's so old. Do clocks even
The
tick
pa-
anymore?
Yeah.
The passage of time is
Right.
it's a tough one.
Aw.
And then for our final obstacle, Beth, I'm sorry, I'm gonna pull rank for
Yeah.
a second. I want to
Please.
suggest that because I think every story needs one. I think the obstacle that we add in here is fight. There needs to be a fight of some sort in this. We need to
Yeah.
fight something, destroy something, blow some shit up while we jump off a building. Who knows?
It's a ticking clock. We fight the ticking
Yeah.
clock.
Hey, we might. That might be it's a race of alien clocks trying to take over the
Right?
Earth.
Oh no.
Wow, this is Doctor Who all of a sudden. What's going on? I will say that there has been a plot twist donated.
Oh god.
So I don't know when you want to throw that in there.
All right. So what level was that at?
So that's a $20 donation.
Okay, so that's the first one. So here's what we're gonna do.
Nice.
Whoever just donated that, pick a number 1 to 3. Or you know what? Let's do this. You pick. Beth, Jeremy, or myself to roll to see.
3.
It's that.
So yourself.
3. Okay. So myself. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Okay, that's table number 2. The plot twist is gonna just kind of spring up at some random spot. Is that there is a normal mode of travel that is now unsafe.
Is it running? Because I feel like
Maybe.
that's always unsafe. But
Could
Maybe.
be.
It could be. It could be. So yeah, we'll get that in there though. I will not forget. We'll get that in there. It'll be fun. Of course, it's got to be the worst opportune moment. We'll have
Right.
that happen. Alrighty. All right. So we got our obstacles. So what we want to do now is we want to place these in which acts they're going to happen. So again, we're in the dark about something. We don't have knowledge about something. Basically, the weather is out of control. Something is unstable. It's raining aliens. Love it. There's a ticking clock or bomb, and there is a fight. So I think the fight's got to come at the end, though, right? I mean, that's got to be part of the big finale.
Heck yeah.
I mean, we could
obviously,
start off there, but it's just a little awkward,
Yeah, it all goes downhill from there.
right?
All right, where do we want to put the other ones, gang? Do we want to put in the dark in the beginning, like Beth said?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. Nice, in the dark.
Maybe the weather is out of control, followed by it's raining aliens,
Ooh, okay.
as they seem intertwined
Right.
to me.
Okay. Weather out of control. And rain and aliens. All right, so that means our last two is going to be that there was a ticking bomb and something is unstable.
It's the plutonium.
And
What?
Our Act 3 is going to be intense, y'all. I
Yeah.
love it. Okay. Cool. So now that we've got our plot pretty much laid out, we need to figure out where is this movie going to take place. We each get to right now pick a location, and this can be anything, or we can roll. We can kind of come up with some ideas. A location that's going to feature in the story. This could be a lab.
Okay.
It could be the moon itself. It could be the bottom of the ocean floor. It could be anything we want. A parallel universe, a different dimension, whatever we think.
Okay.
So I think there's gonna be a lab of some sort. There'll be like a science lab or like a NASA kind of place. Because I mean, we got to. There's aliens and stuff, right? So we'll say there's a lab. NORAD, yeah.
NORAD.
Yeah.
NORAD is so rad.
What do you think, Beth?
Another location. Okay. Let's do. God, the first thing that popped into my mind was tide pools.
Oh,
Um,
That's
with the
fair.
moon and the I don't know.
you know what? We're yes and
what the tide pool and the moon and the weird weather and it's raining aliens.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a wild tale, y'all. Tide pools. All right, what do you got, Jeremy?
So there's this gas station in Monrovia, Indiana, where all the kids hang out on Friday nights.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Monroe.
That is a very Indiana thing. to
I
do.
know.
I love it. I love it. Very cool. Okay. And there is one other thing to set up, but we will do that as part of our character creation. So let's find out who is going to save us tonight. Let's make some characters, y'all. So what we're going to do is we've got a character sheet. It's pretty simple. Oh, that doesn't look
It's
very
so
good when I
bright.
do that. It is so bright. This giant LED thing is burning us all out of our retinas here. So in Action 12 Cinema, we're all going to play characters that are involved in this story. We are basically playing action movie characters, so we're allowed to be over the top and silly and maybe even have abilities that are not normal because that happens in action films. We have 4 different attributes that we use to tell the story. We're going to have brains, which obviously is how smart we are, how well we can reason to do stuff. We're going to have brawn, which is how well we can move things, fight, things of this nature. We're going to have charm, which is how well we interact with people, or maybe not people. Who knows? Maybe animals, or maybe these aliens. I don't know. And we have a 4th stat, the all-elusive moxie. Moxie kind of plays into basically everything else. If you're playing a fantasy game, Moxie might be your magic. If you're playing this alien game, Moxie might be all of a sudden you're psychic, or maybe you find out you're an alien, or maybe it's going to be that your Moxie is just you've got some gumption and you don't stop. What you're going to do is with those 4, we are going to decide. We get to assign these ourselves. One of them is going to be at a +2. That's our best one. One of them is going to be at a 0, and the other 2 are going to be a +1. And this might play into what kind of character you are by doing this. And we can discuss these because we're playing a game together. So is there anything specific anybody has in mind?
I'm sorry, you said +1 +2.
1 is a 0, and 2 are at +1. So there's a +2,
Okay.
a +1, a +1, a 0.
0. Okay, perfect. Okay.
So what kind of characters we're going to populate this with?
All right, I've got Moxie as my top.
Nice.
Charm is 0. And brain and brawn are +1.
Awesome. So you're
Nice.
Jack Burton.
That's right.
Love it. Cool.
I'll do charm gets 2 points.
Okay.
Moxie and you know what? Let's do Moxie and brawn get 1, and I get a zilch for brains.
Oh, nice.
It's good to play
Alright.
characters that are like yourself, so
Well, then I gotta have 5 and everything. No, I'm just kidding.
all brain.
Are there
no
negative numbers? Can I? No.
No, right? Yeah, I've got a negative
Oh,
charm.
goodness.
No negative numbers. All right, so I'm gonna kind of balance this out a little bit. I'm gonna do 2 for brains, and I'll do 1 for charm and moxie, and 0 for brawn. I'm gonna be the like a nerdy scientist guy. Okay. So we've got those assigned. We're flying right through this. So now we have skills. We have 5 skills. Again, we get to decide what these are. Skills can be a specific thing, such as blacksmithing or computers. Or a skill can be something that's abstract, like ass kickery, or I'm not sure. What's a good example here? Private eye. That encompasses a lot of different ways you can use it. But you'll see on the chart here, we've got 3 that are at +2 and 2 that are at +1. What's fun about this game is we don't have to decide all 5 of these skills now.
Oh, nice.
Because just like in a movie where all of a sudden, somebody decides, oh, I know how to do that. I know Kung Fu, You can go ahead and just create a skill at one point in the story, even if maybe you need the skill in the moment and you didn't think about that. So that's kind of fun.
Right?
That's kind of fun.
Awesome.
I did put ass kickery down as a +1 because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Love it. Cool. Yeah, so they recommend that you have at least a +2 and a +1 when you start. That way you can do something when the game starts and kind of maybe add the rest in. Or if you want to fill them all in, that's fine too. One of my skills is I'm going to be a astrophysicist. Astrophysics
That's great.
at +2.
that's so much deeper than mine.
Ass
And,
kickery.
I am really good at chewing bubblegum.
Hey,
Really good.
somebody's
+2.
got it.
Right?
Somebody's got to be. Beth, what's going to be your
gosh.
+2 skill? Do you think?
Okay, so I guess my +2 skill. Let's make it persuasion.
Ooh.
because
Okay.
I've got some
Nice.
charm and some moxie and a little bit of brawn to,
Mhm.
muscle through if I have to.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll do persuasion.
And how about your +1 skills, y'all?
So my +1 is ass kickery, and I think my +2 is going to be running
Oh.
TTRPGs.
Yes.
Amazing.
I love everything about that.
You never know when
can-
it's going to come in handy.
That's true.
Honestly.
I
Gotta
like to
save the
think that
world.
someday when the world is in danger, we
Right?
role players are going to rise up and save it. I really
Heck yeah.
firmly believe that.
I don't know
is
if
to
you've ever seen Beyond Thunderdome,
Oh yeah, it's been a while, but yeah.
Mad Max, and like they're all sitting around and telling stories, and I'm like, yeah, that would be me. I just like be having them roll dice, and we'd be telling it together instead of me just telling you about the Never Never Land or whatever it's called.
Awesome. One of my +1 skills, I'm going to put that I am a hacker.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm up to some shady
that's so
material
good.
on the weekend, maybe. And
Um,
Beth, do you have another skill?
I'm gonna say that my +1 will be shooting guns.
Guns.
That's a
I love
good
it, I
one.
love it.
Yeah.
That's a very good one. Very good one. Very cool. Okay. A couple more things, and then we're going to be ready to dive into this bad boy. So now that anybody have any more skills? You can have more than just the two.
I think I
which
want to
is
do like mechanics, like a car mechanic, like that kind of level of mechanics, not like quantum mechanics.
okay. I love that.
Heck yeah.
Very cool.
Hmm.
And I think I'd like to have
Another-
more. I think I'm okay here. Oh, go ahead, Beth. Sorry.
Oh shit, that doesn't work. I have 0 brains, so this is tricky. Um. Hmm.
That's okay. We don't need to have them all filled out. It's just
Yeah. I'll
so I'm
think
gonna
of
have those
some.
two.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
leave
those
room
two.
so you can make shit up as we go.
That's
oh,
it.
there-
Totally.
we're not in the game yet, so that shit didn't count.
Right? I didn't hear shit.
I think we get unlimited shits, right?
Oh yeah, we got to. It's
Is
PG
it?
13.
I mean,
I finally watched
Don't
D&D
worry.
Honor Amongst Thieves the other day, and they had shit all over the place, in more ways than one. But yeah, okay, cool. So next thing is going to be a relationship that you're going to have into the world. Now you have up to space for up to 4. You don't have to have 4, but basically it's going to be on your character sheet before play. There's going to be some background stuff that you have going on. Basically, this is like your backstory. This would be maybe a plot hook or two about you, something that you can use within the game to call upon and maybe give you bonus dice rolls, or maybe even add to the drama of the moment. These can be with other players. These can be with NPCs. These can be perhaps with the BBEG. It's up to you. One of my relationships is my character is going to work for NASA, because NASA was still kind of a big thing in the 80s.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have
it's
NASA.
still a big thing. Don't make me cry.
Aw.
I just mean it was like really a big thing. Like
That's
everybody
fair.
was like NASA.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid, so totally understand.
Hell yeah.
Exact.
And then they were like, "You can't fly because you have glasses," and I was like,
Wow.
I want to fly a spaceship anyway.
"Right? I don't want to fly your stupid shuttle."
So my relationship is basically going to be that NASA counts on me.
Okay. One of mine is going to be that part of my ass kickery was taught to me. I learned from a fellow named Master Teacher, who is from Suplex Island.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Devilishly handsome guy. Yeah,
Totally.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
I'm gonna dive back into chat suggestions. Stacy
Oh,
now
yeah,
has
chat.
said a relative was a paranormal investigator.
I like it.
Ooh,
I love
that's
that.
rad. I love that.
Yes.
Man, chat is on fire tonight. I love
Uh-huh.
it. I love it. Beautiful suggestions. And I'm going to have a more mundane relationship. I'm going to have that I have a child at home. A child that needs me for whatever reason.
So I was thinking something similar where I have a four-legged fur child
Ooh.
at home that needs me, but every time I get an animal in a game, then the GM is just like, let's kill your animal. And I'm like, no. But there
Well,
not a GM, so.
that's true. And on that note, this
can't
is a
hurt
great moment. I was going to do this when we were all done, but this is a great thing to bring up now. Let's talk about lines and veils for a moment. Of course, lines are things that we're not really sure. We don't want in the game. Hey, do not do that. Veils are going to be things that, they can be in the game or going to be off screen. Um, by default, we're not going to do anything. There's not going to be any sexual content. There's not going to be any violence against children or animals. We don't roll that way here at Wanderer's Haven. If you do, peace out. Have a good rest of the night. But is there anything else that we should know about for our game? Anything that's squicky or you just, I don't want to deal with that? It's not a big deal. I'm not putting anybody on the spot, but we want to make sure we're all safe and having fun.
You've listed mine, so.
All right.
Yeah, same here.
How about you, Chad? Anybody at home got a problem we should veer away from? We don't want to stab anybody in an orifice or something. I don't know.
Oh dear.
I meant like an ear, but I just didn't sound kind of
Sure.
weird when I said that. Yeah.
Maybe I have an 8-legged fur child at home that we'll wait on. That's going to be the start of it. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
I have a very large furry spider.
And what's nice about these relationships too is these relationships can become part of the story. So, like for example, you could have your spider could maybe become part of the plot. An example could be like, say, you're playing a little known movie called Commando, and your daughter gets kidnapped. I mean, that's a great example of a relationship that you need to work out through the plot of the movie. Doesn't have to be.
This could be
but it
like
could be.
Pig, the Nicolas Cage Emmy.
Oh my gosh.
Not Emmy award winning, but should have been Emmy award winning, where they steal his pig and he goes, to take revenge.
Is this like John Wick on the farm?
Kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
down for Crazy Cage. All right.
we should just have I don't know if I could do a watch party with Pig. I'll have to check it out. Because we could do watch parties here on Twitch if they're on Amazon's list of things you can do.
Oh, dude, we should.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be
I
fun.
love that. Watch for that in the future, gang, if we're able to get away with that. 'cause
Yeah.
That'd be fun. So cool.
I thought of it's a relationship scenario kind of thing. So I'm thinking my niece has a piano recital next Tuesday. So I've got a niece and I have an obligation, and if the world ends, poor kid.
Yeah. And that's great too, because it's something to strive for. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. I'm gonna be safe with my 2, but just for now, is there anything that you all want to add? Are you cool with your 2? Is there any more you want to do or not do?
I've asked chat to throw one out for me. If they
chat.
do,
Yeah.
I'll add it.
Perfect.
I'll let you
Same
know.
thing, Chad. If you want to give any of us one, please do. We're
Yeah.
open for suggestions this evening. So, cool. All right. 3 more things, and then we're all set. These are quick. First thing, every hero has a heroic trait, something that marks them as a hero, something that they can call upon to do more in the story. This could be something like you're honest, you're always prepared, you are a wise person, something that really gives you your heroic drive, I guess you could say. Does anything come to mind for the 2 of you?
I think my character will be relentless.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Very cool. Very cool. My character, unless you have one, Jeremy, I don't want to talk over you.
Well, so I don't know if relentless is going to end up being essentially the same thing, but I was thinking my character doesn't back down when the odds are not in his favor or her favor. I don't know yet.
Okay. I love that. That's totally cool too. That's totally cool too. And my heroic trait, I guess, will be, I'll make it easy. I will say that I am intelligent. Playing kind of a one-trick pony, but that's fine. I want to get into this. All right. One more thing is we have an Achilles heel. This is the opposite of your heroic trait. This is a problem that you have that can factor into the story. If your Achilles heel gets brought into the story, you get some bonus to some stuff going on, but it really can detriment what's happening to you. These could be examples like you're reckless, you have an anger problem, you don't believe in the aliens, things like this. So something that kind of marks as there's an issue with that.
All right, so I do have I do have a new relationship. I have an imaginary friend.
Oh, nice! I love that.
Chat.
And I feel like if my imaginary friend is threatened,
That's your Achilles heel.
that is my Achilles heel. I will throw you under a bus. I will set you on fire. Whatever.
Oh
I
man.
love it. I love it. I love that.
Chat.
My
What is?
first-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say one of my first thoughts was Achilles heel being that I believe the moon is made of cheese. I'm not gonna go that route.
You're like, it's okay.
but-
It'll melt on
Yeah.
entry. We don't need to worry about it. Just get your
Everyone
quesadillas
loves
out.
nachos. Yeah.
Right?
Way out.
I'm not doing that, but let's see what we can come up with.
Chat. What is my imaginary friend's name?
Oh, that's a great question.
It is. Okay,
Cav,
my
what's your Achilles heel?
My Achilles heel is going to be that I am overconfident.
Ooh. Okay.
That's always fun to play with a super intelligent person who thinks that they know they're intelligent. I'm not drawing in any real life parallels here. Don't worry, everybody.
What if, since my brain score is 0, what if my Achilles heel is like puzzles? Any type of solving a I don't know, like a Sudoku type puzzle to get us, I don't know, into the spaceship or something. But brain thinking is the
Brain
Achilles
thinking.
heel, I think.
Brain
Yeah,
thinking. I love
yeah.
it. I love it. All right. And our very last thing for our characters, other than giving them a name and a description, is their personal crisis. The personal crisis is basically what your character arc is in the movie. It's the thing that you overcome by the end of the story. This could be something like, can you learn to love again after what happened? Can you finally believe in yourself? Things of this nature. Again, these could be whatever. There are examples in the book, which is pretty clever.
Can I finally let my imaginary friend who still doesn't have a name move on and and
wow.
grow up and go out and get a job and get their own place?
Get
I'll
married.
still I'll
family.
still call. We'll text.
Are you going full Bing Bong here?
Oh
Because that's
no!
upsetting.
Get the tissues ready, y'all.
Kev, you said that there are examples in the book. Why don't you just throw one at me?
Let's see. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna. Well, I don't have a D8, but Beth, why
I'll
don't you
roll a
roll?
D8.
Yeah.
Heck
there
yeah.
you go.
All right. That's a 1.
You ended a relationship because of how others viewed it, and now you regret that decision.
It was an alien.
Oh.
Or was it my imaginary friend?
Oh yeah. That's even better.
Oh no.
That's even better.
Maybe that's why my imaginary friend will finally move out. Because by the end, you two will hook back up.
Found love. He's found love. All about love, everybody. Conquers all. I'm gonna put, because this is also in the book and it's just too juicy. It's, I made a mistake and someone got hurt over it.
Oh,
Can I live with that?
we're gonna find out.
Alrighty. So, let's name our characters. Shit, I've got a name already. but do you?
Oh boy.
Sam.
Sam?
Sam is they them, and you really there is no like for sure if you were like somebody looking there it isn't a there's no it's kind of like Pat from Saturday Night Live.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
I'll go with typical generic female action movie name, just Kate.
Kate.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I am going to be Dr. Timothy Reagan.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I love that.
Okay, so characters are created. We are ready to go. One last thing, and then we are diving into this proper. Every act, we have a number of tropes as well. These are really cool cinematic action movie things that pop up. So we're going to start with 3, and we're going to do them. So let's each just roll one. Again, we're going to roll 2 D12 and figure out what they are off the charts. And then we're getting ready to play, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for cool sharing these character creation moments with us. Chat, you've had great suggestions.
And thanks to Chat, my imaginary friend's name is Twiggy.
Twiggy, yes.
Also they, them.
Amazing.
They, them, Twiggy. I love it. All right, so Beth, I'm going to go right down my screen here. What did you get for your trope? You got 2 D12s. What'd you get?
Oh, 2 D12s. Okay, so the first one is a 12.
Okay, that's all the way at the end. Table number 12. Oh, yeah. Okay, what's your second?
And 5.
5. Okay, so a trope that we're starting off with is you can decide out of these two. Either there's a decoy hiding place or
Okay.
there's a scary surprise party.
I'm gonna say, oh god. Hold on. Let's just roll for
Man,
it.
we're getting random as hell tonight. I love it.
There's gonna be a scary surprise party.
Oh, that is so fitting.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, aliens are popping out of your surprise party.
Right? They're falling out of the sky.
That's true.
All right, Jeremy, what do you got?
7
7. It's table number 7. Yeah.
and 12.
12.
Ooh.
Trope number 1, action dad. Trope number 2, a player from the table gets to choose what they want.
Number 2, Beth.
For a trope?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
There is
gonna say-
other examples. There's pages and pages of examples if that would be easier for you. Unless you have something.
Let's do. I'll roll for it. Let's leave it up to fate. Okay, so first roll is a 6,
Uh-huh.
and then the second roll is a 9. Nice.
And then I'll roll. If it's odd, it's the first one. If it's even, it's the second one.
Yes.
Odd, second. First one.
First one.
Yeah.
Okay, it is going to be that there is a ceiling cling.
Ooh.
Someone has to cling to the ceiling.
Wait, what?
I'll describe it as a second. So what you do is you invoke the tropes while we're playing, and it adds to the story. So you don't really
cling?
You don't know what a ceiling cling is?
Hanging from the ceiling.
Hanging from the ceiling, bro.
Like literally? Okay. No, that's fair.
Maybe.
I'm like,
These
is
could
this a
be
metaphor? What's going on?
It could be a metaphor, absolutely. And I rolled a 1, which put table number 1, and a 4, which is cavalry betrayal or a mission briefing. I'm gonna roll.
Heck yeah.
It's gonna be a mission briefing, which kind of seems, again, to make sense with an alien movie in a lab. Okay, so cool. So what's going to happen is now, as we play, we're going to take turns narratively telling the story, and as we do that, there's going to be moments where we're going to decide if there is an outcome that requires us to roll dice. To do that, we are going to roll d12s. We're going to start with a 1d12 with every roll. You automatically start with a 1. you're going to add a number of d12s equal to whatever attribute you're going to use. There's that score. So, for example, if you have a 2 in brawn, you would add 2 dice, making you roll 3 dice. You can also choose to use skills or relationship hooks, or also your heroic trait as well, which add to that same flavor. There's also, if you use one of the tropes, you actually burn it, like use it up. So, for example, if you have to make a roll and you do the ceiling cling, you interpret that somehow, that trope goes away. You have to roll another one to factor into the story as it goes on.
Gotcha.
If the tropes aren't used at the end of the act, they go on to the next act. Unless we don't like them and we want to roll, we can roll new ones. In chat, you can let us know if you don't like them too, because if you donate, you can change them. You can actually, with your donation, you can kick one out and make us roll another one. If you do that for $20, you get that. If you do the 50 donation, that's our big, huge, awesome one. You get to make it up yourself. If you want to turn us all into puppies, we're going to do it. If you want to make it that all of a sudden the imaginary friend is the main character of the movie, if we're all imaginary, you could do that. If you want the aliens to be allergic to water and baseball bats, you could do that too. Okay? It's whatever you want to roll with. So,
has anyone ever seen Centaur World?
Centaur World?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to see that. I got to see that.
It's so fun. I was going to donate $50 just to move us into Centaur World, but...
But is a centaur? Is that what's going on?
You have to watch it. I literally cannot describe it. It's that kind of show.
I've never even heard of it.
It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Okay. Cool. Okay. All right, cool. So, we should be all set to begin. So, we're going to start taking turns with narratively. Who wants to start us off? Do we want to roll for it? Or chat, do you want to pick one of us to start off the narrative? So let's go through, while we're mulling that over, let's go through what the donations can get you tonight, because it's going to really affect the story. Yo.
You were chosen in chat.
Oh, I was chosen! You like me. You really like me.
Yay!
All right, so, Jeremy, I think you have those floating around in the chat somewhere what the donations are going to do?
Yep.
Okay. Every $2 you give us up to a +5, you get to add a +1 to our roll. A +1 is adding another D12 into the die pool. So we've got 10 dice in front of me. We can go wild and buck nutty tonight. What's the next one? $10 you can do something else. What was it? I don't have it in front of me. I wrote them. You think I would know what they were?
It creates or changes the obstacle.
Right. So like an obstacle, for example, is we're all in the dark. You can change that, make it be something different. We would roll for it out of the chart and the book. For the $20, as I mentioned before, you can change out the plot twist. You create a plot twist, basically. You change out elements. We have to roll or move things around in the order we have them. The fight might happen in the beginning, for example. And for the highest one, the 50, to help out those kids, you can create your own plot twist, and that's where the real wild and crazy happens. We would love to see that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't normally do gonzo crazy games like this, so let's do it, y'all.
Sky's the limit.
Right?
All right, so I'm starting us off. Is that what I heard?
You are.
Yeah.
Gotta get my Zen on. Here we go. All right. Cool. So I think we're gonna start with an opening before the credits scene. So I think in the depths of space, the black, cool recesses of the infinite universe gives way to a view of a planet. This planet is blue and green, luscious landscapes surrounded by a world that is about 70% water. There are strange clouds around the outside of the world, and the world is serene, calm, third from the sun in its solar system. Suddenly, this planet begins to quake and move and shake around, and the planet begins to tear itself apart as black and other types of strange dark colors begin to pull away at the recesses of the smoke, turning the waters into a black viscous goo and scorching the land and destroying it permanently. There is an armada of ships that emerges from the other side of this planet. It begins to race towards another destination, towards another planet of similar makeup. That planet known as Earth. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Opening credits starring this person, this person, this person. It's got to have what's his name in it? Ron Howard's brother. What's his name? The guy who's in everything. He's in it too. Yeah, everybody's in it. So so we open, and there was there's a little blurb that pops up on the bottom that says NASA 7:53 p.m. And as we see, there is a satellite that's picking up a signal from something distant. There is someone who is sitting there at a terminal. He's looking kind of bored. He's got a paunched stomach, and he's looking up, and he sees that there's something on the screen. He jumps up, and he knocks over his coffee, spilling it on the console. There's a little bit of some sparks that shoot out, and he turns, and he starts running towards where everybody else is. And as he starts running towards where everybody else is, we see on the screen that there is a bunch of different little objects coming into view on the radar that he was looking at. And he makes his way down, and he gets to a doorway that says NASA Head of Security Council Panel Secret Mission Meeting Room. And he throws it open, and there's a group of people in there, men and women in military garb, and they look to him, and he's like, it's happening, and collapses on the floor. And they look, and one of them, big burly guy, he's got like a flat top, high and tight, goes, my God. And he slowly turns back to see the view screen of all these little things coming into view. So
it begins.
Yes, exactly. Alrighty. So that's the opening. So I'm going to pass over to somebody. Beth, why don't you take us on the next step here? Now, you can go wherever you want. You can introduce your character. You can do something else. But we're working towards those goals. So first goal is, again, we're in the dark about something. So that's what we're trying to work through for the obstacle.
Okay, yeah. So we cut to a scene where you see a young woman just leaning up against a brick wall. She's smoking a cigarette. Looks like she's waiting for something. Kind of antsy. There's a door a little ways down the wall, and finally it opens up, and someone pops their head out. It's a man in his early 30s, and he says, "All right, are you ready?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've been waiting for you for a while now, so let's go." And he ushers her inside the building. The camera zooms out, and it is that same NASA security big time building. Yeah, that's the intro for that character.
Awesome. Who want to pass the narrative on to? How about Jeremy? Because he hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
In a small apartment kitchen, a person sits sipping coffee, looking slightly awkward, uncomfortable, as though they want to say something, but they're really not sure how, and they look across the table to an empty chair, and they say, did you sleep okay? I know the couch isn't really the most comfortable, and we had to downsize from the last apartment so you don't get your own room, and sorry about that. But
so who's playing this NPC that you're talking to right now? Which one of the two of us?
Oh.
Because we take over NPCs in each other's scenes. I didn't really mention that till just now.
You.
Okay. Who is this that you're talking to?
I'm talking to Twiggy.
Oh. Well, I didn't realize it was an imaginary friend. We can't have that. Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. In your mind, you hear, yeah, man. Couch is fine, bro. It's all good, man.
All right. I just feel like you're upset about something this morning. I don't really understand.
Well, hey, man, you didn't get anchovies on the spaghetti special, bro. It's not cool.
I told you they were out. I offered to order from somewhere else. You said no. You know, look, I'm supposed to be out to the launch site to fix some stuff for NASA, because it's what I do to pay for this very expensive apartment that we now live in, even though it's smaller than the previous one.
Oh, wow, cool. You got a job, Mr. Big Shot Guy. All right.
You know, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about it later.
All right, fine, man. Be that way. Cool. I'm just going to hang out here and smoke a J, whatever.
And I pick up my beeper
Sure. Yeah.
and my car keys, and I walk out.
Old tech alert.
And I open the door and I look back and I have a moment of uncertainty on my face. Like, I don't want to leave it this way. But then I just turn and slam the door.
Oh. Ouch.
Okay.
And then there's like a cutscene of me driving to NASA.
Nice. Elsewhere, we're going to see from behind somebody as they're actually looking really intently at something. They're leaning forward. There was a screen flashing in front of their face. They've got the back collar of their trench coat flipped up. Their hair is a combed and styled mullet. It is party in the back, but it's not wild and crazy rocker. This person we see as they are moving their shoulders slightly and looking at whatever is on the screen. We imagine that we're going to come in and see these strange articles that we saw on the NASA screen. But no, this person is playing Galaga, and this person is wearing their sunglasses at night, and they pop the bubble and their bubble gum that they have in their mouth right now. And there's somebody who comes into the room, and we'll have it be Beth. This person who comes in the room is coming in, and when she comes in, she says that she's gonna need this individual. So how does she go about getting him in here?
Hey, what's your name?
He slowly stands up. Dr. Reagan, what's up? And he's young. He's like maybe 20, 21 at the most. He's got maybe some acne on his chin, but he thinks he looks cool as hell.
Doctor?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Like Doogie, you know.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Actually, since you're here, I need to take home a computer. So, if you could help me just, pack one up real quick, then I can be on my way.
Sure, okay, cool. And as he
Great.
comes over to start helping, there is a beep, 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 and he looks, oh man, sorry, I gotta go. My beeper.
No.
No,
Wait,
it's cool.
please. I just need this real quick, and then I'll be out of here.
No, it's cool. Here, and he pulls out his gum, puts it in her palm.
Oh.
You keep that, and he walks
Oh my
out.
God.
He trips on his untied shoelace and straightens himself up.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out the door, and he walks down the hallway. As he walks down to the hallway, he passes by some people in the military uniform as he gets to where the end of the hallway is. And as he gets to where the end of the hallway is, he sees two other figures, your characters. And Dr. Reagan says, how's it going, everybody? Brings you here.
It just typical NASA stuff. What brings you here?
I work here. I'm the head astrophysicist.
Like an internship?
Oh no, like I work here. I'm like in charge of astrophysics, It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
She looks him over and looks to see if he's got like a janitor's uniform on or something that would actually make sense given how young he looks. Yeah, she'll say, I'm here like I always am. Definitely supposed to be here, and yeah. How come you're here so late?
Why are you here so late, man? She's talking to you.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out and announce the giveaway again.
Oh, no.
I've got to fix the. I don't even want to call it a truck. It's that vehicle that pulls the shuttle out onto the landing
Oh,
pad.
Yeah, man.
Apparently somebody stripped the gears and the clutch, and I got to go out and fix it. That's what I do.
Yeah, cool.
That's pretty impressive.
I was
So,
actually just in here to find the restroom because I drank a bunch of coffee before I headed out, and I don't want to
I
get
can tell by
arrested
your
again.
eyes.
I don't want to get arrested again for peeing out on the tarmac. So,
Arrested again? Is that what you just said?
strike
When
that.
you gotta go, you gotta
Yeah,
go.
if you could just point me to the restroom, that'd be awesome.
Hey, man, I'm in the dark. I don't know what's going on here. Do either one of you
Damn
know
it.
what's
Hang
going
on.
on?
Beep, beep, beep. I don't have time for you right now. And yes, he made that voice or that noise with his mouth. Beep, beep,
Oh my
beep.
god. I don't know what either of you are actually doing here, but I just saw some things flashing in another room. I'm just here to get a computer and leave.
Oh,
but
do you need help carrying it?
How big are they?
In the 80s?
It's the
These are probably
80s.
pretty big, yeah.
Yeah.
Those big, like, tan ones.
Right.
With
Yeah.
the,
Just the monitor
Totally.
is like
this.
Bring it
Yeah.
out on wheels. Listen, if you have a media cart or something, we can just throw everything on. My car is parked out there. I was authorized to take a computer and bring it to another facility.
nice. If you could show me where the restroom is, I will media cart all the computers out of here for you.
I definitely know where the restroom is because I definitely work here. Yes.
Cool.
Follow me.
Awesome.
And I'll you'll see. So this young woman is not dressed like someone who works at NASA, nor should be in the NASA building at 7:53 p.m. But she's wearing like a black jean jacket with a flannel underneath. She's got some blue jeans on and sneakers and kind of dressed like Bender from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same like haircut and everything. But she looks a little bedraggled. She's got some eyeshadow that's a touch smeared and but she acts with a confidence that I guess makes you feel like it's believable enough that she might know where a bathroom is. So she'll start walking down the hall, trying to look without turning her head in different directions to see what's there, so it looks like she knows exactly where she's going.
I think we've figured out what we're in the dark about. Where is the bathroom?
Where's the bathroom?
Yes. Obstacle.
Right?
Nice.
Oh my gosh. So I think let's see. Oh yes, here it's just down this hallway, and she's taking you through like a zigzag of unnecessary things. You're pretty sure you cycled back to where this is. There's the bathroom. I guess I'm gonna wait up the hall for you, and we can just get that computer and
Yeah,
go.
could you actually just don't go too far because I didn't like leave any breadcrumbs or anything, no chalk marks to find my way back through whatever that was.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to find your way back, man.
Oh,
It's really
jeez.
quite easy.
Did you follow us?
Yeah, you had to go to the bathroom. I thought it was a great idea for me to go to the bathroom too.
That's fair.
Buddy system in an unknown building, man.
Do you need me to hold it for you?
What? No. What?
And I'll walk
No.
into a restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, are we actually going to tackle the obstacle as we're in the dark about where the bathroom is properly? Because if so, we got to start rolling, gang.
Oh, well, if there's rolling about the bathroom, yes, we should do
Yeah,
that.
you know what? that sounds good. That makes sense
Okay.
for an
I
action
love it.
movie.
All right, so how we're going to do this is the obstacle comes in at a counter. It's got 12, go figure, is the counter. What we do is we do tests using our attribute skills, all the things that I mentioned before. All the successes that we get are going to take away from that target number of 12 until it gets down to 0, and then we defeat it. And we move on to a big scene or the end of the act. So right now we're at a 12, and
Okay.
what's is as we roll our dice pools, we're going to look at the dice, and all the ones are going to be setbacks, bad things of this nature. Anything on the die that is an 8 or higher is a success. 12s are 2 successes.
Nice.
So,
All right.
all right. So Jeremy, you kind of still have the narrative. Do you want to kind of narrate how you do something? You know, what's cool about this game is you don't do a situation where it's like, oh, I want to try to do this. Let me roll to see what happens. You can narrate. So there's actually part of the success that you can just say happens, but you still have to have rolling involved. If you say something narratively in the game, like say, oh, I found this is here, and then you roll super low, it doesn't undo that. It just adds elements to what's going on. Again, it's a yes and game. We'll see in a moment specifically
Okay.
what I'm.
Okay, I have an idea for if this fails. So yeah, I'll. What do I need to roll? Like obviously D12, but
Yeah, you're gonna roll d12s.
and I'm
Yep.
pulling off of which attributes I think are what I'd be using.
Yeah, it's going to be entirely up to you. For a roll, you can use one attribute and or one skill. You can pretty much always use an attribute. You could choose to use one of your skills if it applies. Again, you can call on a relationship hook. Your heroic trait lets you roll an extra die, I believe. I have to double check on that. And the Achilles heel is bad. That's usually like something outside causes that.
Gotcha. Okay, so I am going to use my heroic trait, which is doesn't back down when the odds
one
are
second.
against them.
I just looked,
Because
your heroic trait allows you to re-roll your results of a dice pool, not including ones.
oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what that does specifically.
Okay, if I need to use it, it's because I really have to go, and the odds are against that I am going to make it in time. But so I'm going to go with brains. Now the
Okay.
question is, so it's +1.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an extra die?
Yeah. The
So
plus whatever
you
is how
always
many dice you
roll-
add.
do you always roll 1, or do you always roll 2 to start with?
You always roll 1 to start,
Okay.
and then you're going to add the attribute, whatever it is, a 0, a 1, or a 2. And then again, you can use a skill that's applicable. You could make up a skill if you have an empty slot. And again, your skills, everything's like mutable. It's all interchangeable. If you have a skill you're really good at, say, astrophysics, I might be able to use that in a weird way. Or if you have, guns, there's different ways to use your stuff.
Okay. I got a 3 and a 4.
A 3 and a
Perfect.
4. Yeah, so that doesn't do anything to our 12. So yeah, you're looking around, and so just kind of.
Oh, but I can use my heroic trait to re-roll those, can't I?
You could use your heroic trait 3 times the whole game.
I'm totally going to use it right now.
Okay, that's one
Heck
of your
yeah.
3 times.
All right, now that's a 10 and a 5.
Okay, so that's going to be 1 success from that 10.
Okay.
Right, so kind of narrate how does that look? How does that appear to happen as you use your brains to kind of figure out what's going on here?
Well, so
now, because the 12 isn't completely gone,
Right.
you're not, oh, there's the bathroom and you walk into it. There's going to be more to that, but the 12 is going to go down to an 11 because you got 1 success.
Right. So the one that I go to walk into, the sign is actually covered up by a closed, like
Yeah.
in repair sign. And so I stop and I look at it and I turn around expecting there to be a door on the other side of this like inset area on the wall, right? And there isn't. There's no other door there. So obviously this bathroom is just one of a set, but where is the other? And so I look. This one's closed. Can I use the other one? Is anyone going to get upset?
I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty late.
Could
So
you show me where it is?
I sure can. I definitely can.
All these
Um,
hallways look the same. I don't really know where we're at. You
I,
sure you know where
don't
I mean,
you-
I work here, and I don't know what's going on right now.
Don't you both work here?
Yeah, I guess
Huh?
we've never met before. Well, actually, I mean, I've seen you around.
I mean, it's a
but,
big
you know.
building, I understand, but
mhm.
lead on. And I'm kind of standing there,
Bouncing on your feet.
right?
I mean, okay, fine. I'll lead. I mean, how hard can it be to find a bathroom? Okay,
Right?
come on. Oh, you know, I'm Dr. Reagan, by the way, and he points to a name badge, which flips it back over the right way.
Oh, like the
Dr.
president.
Reagan, exactly like the president. You know,
Huh.
Cool.
he's my great uncle. I love jelly beans too, by the way.
Huh.
Oh God.
But anyway,
Beep, beep, beep.
yeah.
Oh, hang on. I'll get it later.
Boy, here we go. Oh, brother. Okay, so all right. So Reagan's gonna look around. He's gonna try to get an idea what it. Now he doesn't know, but he's not gonna tell them that because he is overconfident. So he's just gonna be like, yeah, whatever. These guys are tools. So he's gonna kind of leave what's going on. So he's gonna look around, and he is going to again. I'm gonna try to use my brains, and just look around, trying to get an idea what's going on. I start walking up and down different hallways. I'm making turns, like I know where I'm going, and I'm just making a beeline towards a direct area to get to where I know the bathroom is going to be. I know the bathroom is going to be.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. And I think because one of my +2 skills is video games, I'm approaching this like Pac-Man. I'm going up and turning, and if I see somebody down the other end of the hall, I think about like they're one of the ghosts. So I turn and take you guys down another direction, and I'm just continuing to move and jut around the hallways, making way towards what I believe to be the bathroom. So I'm going to roll the 1 from the roll, 2 from my brains, because I'm super smarty smart, and 2 from my skill. That is 5 d12s I'm going to roll. And again, chat, you can add to our rolls at any time with a donation for those hungry kiddos. But I'm going to roll this one as it is. I'm not going to call on my relationships or anything quite yet. Okay, so, oh boy, that's a good roll. I have 2 10s, a 5 and a 6, and a 12. So that's going to be 4 successes. So this 11 that we have on the current obstacle of we're in the dark about where the bathroom is going to go down to 7. And
Nice.
as I continue to walk along, I get us closer to where the bathroom is, and Reagan moves down the hallway, and you see that he actually turns and he goes towards what looks to be a doorway that says break room on it. And as he starts to walk towards it, there's a big burly military guy who comes out of it, and Reagan real quick does like he turns the other direction. For some reason, he's avoiding this big military guy, and I make my way down another hallway. Yeah, it's right down here, everybody. Yeah. And
Hang on a second. Kate's gonna go down the hallway where the big burly military guy popped out of a break room, and so I'm going to use my my charm
oh yeah,
and my persuasion skill. So that's 2 and 2 additional dice for a total of 5 dice.
nice.
And
nice.
she'll sort of walk up confidently, like she is supposed to be here, and just say, "Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a working restroom. There was one sort of back that way that was closed, and I just looking for it. Do you know where the restroom is?"
And he looks at her kind of straight. Well, actually, in fact, why don't you go ahead and roll? Tell us what you get on that.
Okay, so I got a 3 and a 6. Who cares? And a 7. Don't like that either. But I got an 8 and a 12.
Oh, that's 3.
Yes. And then I think I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna use my heroic trait for this bathroom run. That's fine.
You're not the one who has to
save
go.
I know. I'm rooting for you though. So yeah, she'll just kind of just give sort of like big innocent eyes, hoping to avoid any questions about who exactly she is in this building where she has no business being. And yeah, so she'll just ask.
Yeah. He looks at, yeah, of course, you're the right side of the building. The bathroom is actually down one hall and off to the side. And yeah, so you could find it right down through there.
Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. And
Wow.
I'll walk.
He walks away.
I'll walk back in the opposite direction
he's
of where he pointed
very
to
excited.
find the rest of you again. Hey, there's a. I know where the bathroom is.
Oh.
That direction. So
Yes.
yeah, we just have to kind of go down that hallway and then make a couple turns. So
Of course, more hallway, more turns. Lead the way.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I led
Yes.
you guys in the right direction. It's pretty easy to find right exactly where I was leading.
Right.
You know.
Isn't
Totally.
it past your bedtime?
Okay, buddy. You know, everybody's a real joker around here. I'm a scientist, okay? I mean, see the name badge? See the name badge? It means I work here.
Doesn't
and on
mean
the
you don't have a
shuttles doing-
bedtime.
Whoa. You're clearly, you need a Snickers or something.
I have
That's
a
all right.
bedtime.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Yeah. In your house where you live by yourself?
No, I've got a roomie.
Okay. Anyway.
I know that you have to go to
Way.
the bathroom, but I don't think a pissing contest is really the
Oh, I
most
see what you
helpful
did
way
there.
to accomplish that. So why don't you just go ahead?
All right. I'll
Touche,
follow.
and I
Yeah.
flip the mullet back a little bit.
Oh no, doctor!
No, doctor.
Oh, doctor.
No,
No, doctor.
no.
Oh. So, Jeremy, how
boy.
much you take us in this next little scene? Continue on the narration. We'll jump over to you real quick.
All right. So what do we have left on the countdown?
We have 4 points left in the countdown.
All right. Let me roll.
So he's just rolling right off.
Yeah, and then we'll
What kind
we'll
of
go
pool you
from
putting
there.
together for this?
Let's do. Sorry, I need to snag my sheet again real quick. Do. You know what? It's just going to be another brains. I don't have anything to really build off of finding things yet. Although,
Well, what are your rankings and stuff? What are your scores and your attributes?
so I got +1 in brains, +1 in brawn. Charm is a 0, and Moxie is a 2.
Is there a way you could use your moxie to help you get through this situation? So that's kind of your best one.
Heck yeah.
Maybe you got the chutzpah to get yourself through this. I don't know. I mean, what would that
Yeah.
look like? Do we think?
I mean,
Is your imaginary friend tied into your moxie, perhaps? Maybe he can kind of just show up and give you the right clue, or maybe he can help you figure out what's going on.
yeah, that's totally fair. Because, he's been beeping me, or they've been beeping me. And so, down at the end of the corridor, I look off. I'm like, what are you doing here? I told you I'd be home later.
Hey, man, like when you have to pee, I have to pee, all right?
Right.
I'm here to
Oh.
make sure we don't get it on the floor, bro. Because
Cool.
we did that one time at Susie's house, and she was
She was
hella
so
pissed, man.
angry, right?
it was a bad scene, man. She went Chernobyl on that.
Did you see the restroom on your
Hey.
way in? Hang on.
Yeah, man. Of course. I mean, how can you not see the bathroom? It's got a big, giant, white, outline of a guy on a black background, like every other bathroom sign does. So yeah, so you're gonna roll your moxie. Now you have a relationship to your imaginary friend, so you could use that relationship tie to give yourself another die.
Okay. Well, that gives me a 10, an 11,
Heck yeah.
a 1.
Okay, now ones do something interesting.
I
Ones
had a
are
feeling.
setback. Ones are a setback. What happens when you roll a 1 is one of the elements that you used to roll this die gets affected,
Okay.
basically. You'll see on your character sheet there is your score, and there's a little S and
Uh-huh.
a little B. S is for basically shaken. That ability is a little bit iffy right now, okay? You can still use it. It's just keep an eye on it. If it's at B, which is basically if it gets shaken again, it gets broken, in which you cannot use that ability until you are healed. Now, there's not really healing because there's not hit points in this game,
Right.
but the healing could basically be, you stop to take a moment to interact with one of your relationships, or you call upon something having to do with your personal crisis, or if one of us drops a cool one-liner, cool hip movie one-liner, everybody gets healed. There's also a house rule that's currently being worked into the game, is if you drop the needle, if you bust out a song that best equivocates this moment, you get healed as well. And if we all start singing, we all get healed. So these are
Nice.
things
Oh my
to keep
God.
in mind
Nice.
too. There's all kinds of layers in here. So
Okay.
Incredible.
So my Moxie takes some shaking,
okay.
and then I had 2 successes.
Okay. Takes it down to
So in that point, I will follow Twiggy,
yeah, man.
and
Cool.
it just ends up being, a coincidence maybe, that the way that Twiggy came from, there's definitely a sign up there that says restroom.
Yeah, man, I told you there was, dude. I mean, next time, I cut you a solid this time, man. Maybe next time you're gonna cut me the solid. Get those anchovies, bro. I mean,
Right. Well, when
where's
you start
that,
paying
man?
rent, or if you just pay for the pizza, if you just pay
Man,
for it, you
I
can get
paid.
whatever toppings on it. You know what? I'm gonna piss myself. I gotta go. I'm
Yo,
gonna head that
bro,
direction.
Kate's
And-
gonna look over to Dr. Reagan and just
He's like leaning on the wall. And he's just looking at you like,
okay, but he seems to be in crisis right now. Or they
oh,
seem
I'm
to be
sure
in
he's
crisis
cool.
right
I'm
now.
sure he's fine. I mean, he's got it under control. Oh yeah, but there's the bathroom there, so let's go. And as we all start going towards the bathroom, and you get right up to the bathroom. I'm sorry, Jeremy, we haven't introduced our characters to each other. What's your character's name again?
I'm Sam.
Sam. Yeah. So as Sam gets to the door and he goes to reach for it, there is a voice. Well, what do you think you're doing out
Oh,
here? And
Christ, I'm
three of us
peed.
The three of us turned, and there was a big, burly guy. He is older, middle-aged. He's got wide shoulders. He's wearing a military uniform. He's probably a general or a captain. He's got tons of those little bars all over his lapels. He's got the big capulets, is that what they're called? The things on the shoulders. The high and tight. He's got a scar that runs down the one side of his face. And he goes, "You're needed in here. There's a mission briefing for y'all. You're the 3 experts that we called in on this mission. Get your asses in here now. No time for goofing off in the bathroom. Let's go, hush up, come on." He starts snapping his fingers.
Totally. And then I'll look back at Sam. Just go. I'll try to distract them for a minute, but just go real quick.
Twiggy, go pretend to be me for just like, okay, it's gonna take a little bit for like 8 minutes. Pretend to be me. I'm gonna run off
Oh,
to the
God.
restaurant.
Where do you think you're going there, soldier?
Twiggy's got my back.
They're gonna come back in just a moment. Why don't we get settled and you can let us know what's happening.
Right on in here. And he leads us into that room we saw where all the generals were around. And as we get led into there, we see that there is those big giant view screens, shows all the little blips coming down towards Earth. And we're gonna see that these little blips, they look like strange clouds almost, the way they're shaped. Stuff looks like it's gonna start kind of developing in the area. It almost looks like you're watching the weather report, the weatherman doing the news. And he says, "Sit down. This affects all of you. You are experts in this field, as we said, astrophysics, mechanics,
Whatever it is
Persuasion.
you do.
persuasion, and we're going to need you to handle this crisis. You see, at 1900 hours and 53 minutes, and he slaps like a stick on the screen,
Yes.
and it does like that weird like thing, because like when you hit the screen, it's not
Right.
supposed to get hit. He says, "There were a bunch of unidentified flying objects that entered into the Earth's atmosphere, coming closer by the moment. We reckon that we've got ourselves about 20 more minutes. That was 19 minutes ago. One more minute until they descend upon us, and they're gonna try to go ahead, take over the planet. We did receive this mission statement, this message, and he pushes a button, and there's a voice that comes out. And what does this alien voice say, Jeremy? On the message.
It says.
He stops it. As you can see, there are aliens coming to take over the planet.
Are you sure the radio's just not kind of wonky? Did you try adjusting the antenna?
Good God, damn it! Hair on a hen's back. That's a great suggestion. Fix that thing. And there's a guy who goes over there and starts messing with the dials. Pushes the button again. Now what does it say, Jeremy?
No, what does it say, Beth?
It after the scrambling stops, it comes through and it says, greetings. We are here to take control. If you wouldn't mind just leaving or hiding away, we can make this as easy as possible. Also, a fair warning, the moon is coming, so be prepared for that. Over and out.
It's like if Canada invaded another country.
Yeah.
They're like so polite about it, right?
Hey.
So.
The general stops and he turns to us all and he says, "My God, it has begun. Prepare yourselves before," and all the power goes out. Because we're in the dark more way than one.
Oh.
And outside, there begins to be the pattering of raindrops on the roof, on the sidewalk, on the windows. And as the three of us slowly turn, we see not raindrops, aliens, baby. All right, that's the end of Act 1.
So at this time,
Yes.
Sam walks in, but you can't see. You just hear the door open, and you hear zip. All right, what'd I miss?
Yes, I love it. I love it. Very cool. All right, cool.
Oh,
We're going to take a quick little break right now, let ourselves get refreshed. We're going to get up and go to the bathroom just like Sam. You do
Might as
so
well.
at home too. And remember, please keep your donations coming in. Support the children. We do have the giveaway coming up. We're going to do the what? At the end?
Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
Do it at the very end. So stay
Nice.
tuned. Stay with us. It's going to get wonky now because now it's all set up. All the boring stuff's out. That's not boring. All the big stuff's out of the way. We're going to really get into this bad boy in 5 minutes. So we'll see you all there. Thanks so much for hanging out. So we'll see you
Be
soon.
right back.
I with my son. Oh, hey, we're back. Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
So hey, everybody, we are back for the last two acts, Act 2, Act 3 of our cool action movie that we are doing. We're doing a creature feature. We're going to be fighting some aliens because it's raining aliens. So, Chad, thank you for being here. Thanks for kicking back in with us. Thanks for your donations and suggestions so far. We did not forget about the mode of travel unsafe. That's coming up. Don't worry. We're going to get it in there. So, cool. Jeremy, why don't you start us off here, buddy? Get us back into the action here. The lights just went out. We're in the dark, NASA, and apparently it's raining aliens outside.
So we can see out a window, and
Yeah. Why
and
not?
like the fading light from the monitors has just enough brilliance to like allow me to walk across the room before running into anything or falling over chairs or tables or whatever. And so I get to the windows, and it's like they're kind of splattering against. And these are just like very small aliens. Apparently, they look kind of cute. They look like little slugs with tentacles and these big blinking eyes, and they just kind of like slurp on the window. I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute. And I tap on the window, and then they go. All right, never mind. What is that?
Allegedly aliens.
Aliens.
That's what space guy over here said. And I'll
Twiggy,
point over
why
at
don't
the-
you tell me these things?
Totally looks like the things from Centipede, man.
gosh. Well,
Ew.
What?
I don't really know what I'm supposed to do to help with this. This isn't really my forte.
Right, what are we doing here?
I was just here to get a computer, and then this happened. So
Now, you're in the thick of stuff now, sister. So hey, we gotta take care of these. We can do this. Come on, they're aliens. Look how small they are. I mean, come on, we got this. Everybody, calm down.
sure,
Let's not get all riled up here.
we've got this. We definitely have this. So, General, sir, what exactly do you intend for us to do here?
We need to reverse the polarity of the weather device that's causing the raining on the planet. That's up to you to find it, figure out what's going on, and get this problem handled.
Sure. Could you point us in the right direction, though?
I mean, I don't
Of
think
course.
that there's anything in this building that would even... Wait a minute. I'm going to think about it, knowing the stuff that I've worked on in this building,
Oh yeah.
and use some brains
Yes.
for an
Brain
8
stuff.
and another 8.
Okay. To kind of just get an idea of what's going on.
And I'm like, oh, you know, there is a machine that kind of, I mean, it's kind of sound based. Might be
I mean,
able to do
that's-
something with it.
Something.
Where's it at?
It's usually out in one of the hangars.
Outside where it's raining all these little slug things? Can't possibly go.
Well, yeah.
Well, there is one more thing you all need to know, the general says. And he turns, he goes, the most important thing about being able to stop these aliens is, and the window smashes behind him, and hundreds of these slugs just come pouring in. They've turned into a weird, strange giant slug. They come up, pour over his body, start going into his mouth and his eyes. Ah! He screams as he gets pulled back. And he goes, no! Oh, God, yeah.
As they start enveloping him, I'm gonna go forward and grab his sidearm.
Not him.
Pull
his
it
gun.
back.
Right?
Yeah, no, screw that. He's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
love
I
it.
grab his gun. We need to move. Do you know? Is there like a golf cart or something that we can,
Oh, yeah.
maybe an
Yeah,
umbrella?
yeah, there's a garage attached to the building. Come on, Twiggy, lead the way.
Okay.
You've been out there.
Yeah, man, of course. I've been out to the garage so many times, man. That's where my secret stash of porn is, dude.
I knew you were
God.
keeping porn out there.
Oh, man, well, I didn't want you to find out like this, but it's bound to happen sooner or later. All right, so real quick, just so we are aware, one of our obstacles is that it's raining aliens that
Right.
can chat. So that is in full effect right now. So we've already got a 12 on that. Now, what happens is when there's multiple obstacles, one comes in at a 12, the next one comes in at a 6.
Okay.
So we're not
Mm.
overwhelmed. So
That's
the
cool.
other one I don't think is fully in effect yet, which is that there is weather. Well, actually, no, we did say there's weather control going on.
Mhm.
So, do we feel like the raining aliens is the 12, or the weather control is the 12? What's the bigger threat?
I mean, aliens falling out of the sky and eating generals, that seems 12-ish
okay,
to
yeah.
me.
I think that is true. Cool. So we're gonna do the 6 for the weather control.
And, like, the weather being all weird, it could be, blowing real hard. Wind might be pushing things up instead of, like, sideways. Like, there might be this weird,
Ooh,
strange effect going on with it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. And we did use one of our tropes in the first act. We used the mission briefing trope.
Yeah.
So we actually need another trope. So somebody in chat, roll a d12.
Ooh.
Give us a 12, chat. Tell us what our next trope's going to be.
And if they don't do it momentarily, a 9 will be
Oh,
the
yeah,
option.
baby.
9.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 9. They're
9
coming
it
in at
is.
9. Hang on, I can't find the page. Where's our tropes? Oh, there we go. Oh, this is a 2d12. I'm sorry. So roll. You got
Oh.
9 for one. What's the other one?
And 2 for the other.
Someone will become kidnapped from behind.
They came From behind.
So we have now Kidnapped from Behind, Scary Surprise Party, and Ceiling Cling. So don't forget about those.
Yes.
So, I mean, I feel like Scary Surprise Party also is in effect as they were bursting through the
Yeah.
windows.
You know what? That's a great point. That's a great point. Let's roll another one then. We'll have Beth. Beth, two D12.
All right. So we've got a 7 and a 9.
7 and 9. Okay.
7 and 9.
Table number 7. Option number 9 is Feed the Good Beastie or Bloodless Carnage.
Bloodless Carnage?
That's what it says.
Well, where's the fun? I guess it's PG-13.
What?
Director's
the
cut's
first
really
one?
intense.
Right?
Feed the Good Beastie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Feed the good beastie. Let's
Okay.
do that one.
Good Beastie. Okay, cool. So now we have those tropes, 3 tropes: Ceiling Cling, Kidnapped from Behind, Feed the Good Beastie. Okay, so we're trying to go find. So basically, Jeremy, what are we trying to find? Some sort of device you said with
Oh
sound
yeah,
waves?
well, there's like a garage that's attached to the building, so we got to get over there because there's like those they're essentially golf carts. You know, they're a little nicer, a little bigger, fit more people, but we could drive out to one of the hangars and that. We've got like the overhang, so hopefully that'll keep the alien rain off of us.
Yeah, those sound really reliable. I think we should definitely try one of those.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So,
Do you think? Do you think these are the aliens, or are these just like some weird phenomena that they're just so tiny?
I mean, they seem alien in nature.
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
I can't say. I just know I don't like them. So let's figure out this wacky weather situation and maybe it'll help.
Okay. So it's right down here, the garage. Has
yeah,
anyone
we're following you, dude.
has anyone seen Twiggy?
Who?
Twiggy.
Yeah. I
He
looked
was
at
right
Kate.
behind us.
We've been the only 3 here. I think you're a little confused, dude.
Twiggy. Come on, man. This isn't funny. Where are you? Look,
Sam,
head down, take a left. You'll be at the garage here, and I'll pull out a key and toss it to you. I gotta go find Twiggy.
Wait. I think
Wait. Are you
Actually,
saying
yes.
split up?
No. I just saw Twiggy go into the building, just right up ahead there.
Well, Twiggy doesn't have key. What? No.
I don't know. Maybe somebody let Twiggy in.
All right.
We should
let's
probably
go look.
check it out.
Yeah, let's go look.
Can I can I use persuasion as a roll for this?
Oh, I mean,
I
I'll
guess.
totally go with that.
Yeah, I mean, is this something like would this count towards one of our obstacles?
Yeah, we're basically using the roles to try to interact with the obstacles. So, like things like interacting with each other or NPCs, that's just more narrative. We can kind of just decide.
Sure.
So, Jeremy, you can decide whether or not you want to agree with what she's talking about.
Gotcha. I mean, I'll go along.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So, Beth, which way we go? How's this look like?
So we're pulling up in front of this building in our cart. Wait
Oh, we
for
found the
Sam.
cart? Are we already outside?
Oh,
there?
is that? Did we get the cart?
So I mean, where we were in the hallway heading towards the garage. I realized
Gotcha,
Twiggy,
yes.
who was behind us, is no longer
That's right, that's
there.
right.
Perhaps
Okay.
taken, but who knows? And therefore went to go look for them. And
Yes.
but you said you saw them go up ahead. So
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Let's go. And I'll sort of lead the way to the door that Twiggy went through. And then just key card. Are we good to go in there?
So I'm
Let's
gonna
do
pull
it.
my badge. I'm gonna swipe it on the door. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You have one too. Sorry. Go right ahead, ma'am. I don't want to be in your way. You know, I'm all for strong women leading the way. Go right ahead.
Just go
Oh,
up and I
brother.
unlock the door with a
Why
key.
don't you go in first?
Open the door. Twiggy.
And as Dr. Reagan, enters this room, it turns out that the lights are out as well, which is interesting because the other rooms have or like the hallways have the emergency backup lights going.
Oh yeah, it's real eerie. It's like a greenish
Yeah.
glow along the floor. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you sort of haughtily open up the door, and as you do, the lights suddenly come on, and you see what looks like a celebration. At least it was supposed to be. There's a cake that's been sort of smushed, and there are people who are in positions like they had maybe been hiding behind things, but now they're covered in jellyfish, squid, slug monsters just nibbling away at them.
Yikes. And I think there's a really huge one up out of the cake. Like this one's like man size. This giant slug with a weird wriggling face. Yeah. Like mind flayer kind of things flittering in its mouth. And it's just like moving about the room. And I come in, I see it, I just go, oh shit! And I jump back, I bowl right into the two of you. I go tumbling down onto the floor, spin and spiral. I'm starting to get back up to my feet. I slam into the wall behind me. It's just freaking right the hell out.
Okay, going in there would really suck, but we need to get the cart so that we can get where we need to go. I guess I can shoot the big one, and you guys can sort of skirt around. Maybe that'll distract.
I don't think that type of transportation looks very safe right now.
Oh, jeez.
No, man, I'm telling you, golf carts are reliable. It's fine. As soon as we get to the golf cart, we're going to be safe. We're going to be fine, okay? Just get me out of this crazy-ass building with these queer slug things. We're looking at, I see that there's some actually crawling along the floor towards us at the other ends of the hall.
Oh, God. Okay, go.
I get to my feet, I start running, and as I run, there's one that's kind of wiggling towards me, and I jump, and I half stumble over it, and I get to the door, and without using my key card, I just slam outside, and then as I get a couple steps out, splash, splash, splash through the puddles, I realize, oh shit, it's still raining aliens, and I go, ah! And they're bouncing off of my hair. They pull my sunglasses half off my face, and I just go, ah! But I keep running, flailing my arms. They're smacking and bouncing off of me, and as I run towards the cart,
they start like chewing on your mullet.
Oh no, not that.
I'll level one shot at the big alien, kind of just to see what it does. And as I shoot, the bullet sort of passes through it. It looks like it gets slowed down by this like gelatinous body, and it sits there, and I feel like it's entirely ineffectual until you can see the hole reforms and gets bigger and bigger, and this slug monster starts to like turn inside out, and you see sort of the heat scorch marks from where this bullet sort of slid through, which kind of makes me think that maybe fire is an option. And
when in doubt,
book it.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So I'm gonna be going in and using a little ass kickery. I'm just stomping on the ones that are on the floor with my like work boots, squishing things everywhere. But I'll just walk over to the golf cart, get in it, start it up, slowly follow after you. When I catch up with you, I'll be like, get in.
Do you want to make a roll with your ass kickery to try to help solve the problem by smashing some of these aliens?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
Do it.
Mm-hmm. So what's your brawn?
So I got a +1 on brawn, and my ass kickery gives me +1.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 to start off with.
All right, so we got 2 10s and a 5.
All right, so that's 2 successes, taking it down to a 10. Cool. And I guess retroactively, did you want to roll anything, Beth, with what you were doing with shooting it and stuff?
Yeah, why not? So I will roll for my brawn and then my +1 for guns.
Yeah,
guns.
For a total of 3 dice. What's the skill? Just guns. There is an exclamation point,
That's
but
it. What more do you need?
Guns! Okay, That is a 9, an 8, and a 6.
Okay, so that's 2. No crazy critical fails or anything going on like that. So that's another 2.
Thank
So
goodness.
so you waste that big giant one, and Sam, you're smashing on him, and at this point we all get to the cart together. I jump in. Now you tossed me. Did you toss me the key to the cart? The key you tossed me before, when you were going to go looking for Twiggy, or was that something else you tossed me?
Oh no, that was the key for the door.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I get in the car, and for some reason, I'm in the driver's seat, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I don't actually know how to drive a car, but it can't be that hard. I mean, Michael J. Fox can do it. He's a lot shorter than me, and I'm looking around, and I go, and I reach up above the visor, and I flip the visor down, and keys fall out, and I grab them. Yes! Stick it in there, fire that bad boy up, and as we peel out, as I just blare on down, we go forward, and I hear a donation somewhere, and remember that reliable modes of transportations are now unsafe. So we go,
Oh, the battery.
and I'm like, and actually these weird slug and jellyfish creatures start pouring out of the vents. They've gotten into the car somehow and have disabled it, and they're kind of pouring out. Some of them land on our legs. I'm slapping them away.
That's not normal.
And I fling open the door, fall onto the ground outside, and start clambering up. Let's go! Come on! Creatures are coming in all around us as we're running towards the building that has the weather control device.
As once everyone's out of the car and we're sort of on our way, I want to turn back with the gun, and I want to shoot where I can see the gas cap cover is.
Oh, yeah.
And see if I can do something to blow up the car, perhaps.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Because that's a perfectly realistic thing that happens.
It's an absolutely
right
in the 1980s film here. Yes. So I'll use brawn, and then I'm actually going to use resourcefulness as a skill.
Okay.
So let's see what we get with that.
Now, did you say your moxie was a 2?
My moxie's a 1. My charm is a 2.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I got 2 9s, a 6, and a 5.
Okay, so that's gonna be another 2. Thinking this now. This threat is already half gone. It's at a 6.
Nice.
So that's helpful. So we are. We're slaying aliens. Well, you guys are. I'm just flailing my way through this.
Just the good doctor.
That's
doing what he's got to do.
That's doing what he's got to do. Absolutely. And cool. So what happens next?
I mean, I think.
Well,
go ahead.
Just the car explodes,
yeah.
and as you see the explosion, it forms behind us as we are slow motion running towards the weather station. You see the explosion, and then it's so bright that it's just silhouettes, and then it cuts to us getting into the building.
Yeah.
I think on the way, the light of the explosion throws some shadows up on the wall, and you see at the doorway to the building, there's a couple of those like kind of larger aliens that are like going in. They're like going into the door right there, and you hear me yell, "No, Twiggy, no!" And I start running in that direction.
Shit. No, dude, there's nothing over there, man. No, stop.
I mean, to go in the building we're going towards anyway. That's where he's going.
All right.
Oh man.
So, yeah, continue on. You start running up there. And what happens?
I get to the door and it's just kind of hanging open. There's a black portal beyond where you can't. There's no exit light. There's no light from outside shining in. There's just the unknown. I take a deep breath and I dive in.
Into the unknown?
Yeah, and then
into the unknown. Oh, wait, that's...
And then the two of you get there, and
So are you gone? Like, did you disappear into a void, like a literal like portal?
No, it's just a very dark doorway.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Oh, okay. All right.
That would have been
Great idea for
legit
a video
too, though.
game, a portal,
Right?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
all right. So we get there, and I'm gonna look around, and as I look around, I'm like, there seems to be a pattern to how they're all falling out of the sky. If we can figure out the pattern, we can move around them. They won't be able to attack us. All right, give me a second. Let me think this through. I'm going to try to use my astrophysics to try to figure out the trajectory of these creatures as they fall and bounce and move around. So I'm going to go ahead.
Oh my
I'm going
gosh.
to use my 2 for brains. So that's going to be 3 off the bat. 2 for astrophysics is my +2 skill. So
Nice.
that's a 5. Typically, that's kind of the cap, but we're playing fun and loose with the rules because of the fun tonight. So I'm also going to get another 1 because NASA counts on me. So that's another 1 because of my relationship of pulling into effect here. So I'm rolling 6. Let's see. We have 6 left on the aliens. We have all 6 left on the weather control. Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
I rolled 6 dice and there is 1 success. So, but my heroic trait is that I am super intelligent. So I'm going to roll again. I'm going to keep that 111. I'm going to roll the other 5. Okay, so I use my heroic trait once out of the 3 times I'm allowed. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh no. 5, 5, 6, 6, 1.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yes. So that was bad. So because I rolled a
Uh-oh.
1, again, that is a snafu. And because that's a fail, it's gonna counterbalance my 11.
Yeah.
So first off, one of my abilities is going to become shaken. Stressed. So I'm gonna say, brains. It's got to be because, or either my brains or my astrophysics. I think. I'll do brains because that's more detrimental to the game. That'll be more fun to play through. So yeah, my brains is going to become stressed, and that sucked. But I think for a minute, I'm like, no, that was a terrible idea. It sounded great in my head, but it didn't work right now. But we get to the device. Back to the original plan. Where is it? Lead us. Tell us where it's at, man.
Oh, hey. Sorry. I was looking for Twiggy. Did you see which way they dragged them?
I think they
didn't.
dragged him towards the device. Where's the device?
Oh, did you? This way. And
Okay.
go deeper into the building.
Deeper into the dark. Great. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
And as who follows me first?
I'll follow.
Okay. So as the doctor is the last to, catch up, you hear this slurping noise behind you. And through that open doorway, a very large tentacle reaches in and begins to drag a large form. And another one reaches in and kind of tickles your nose a little bit because you're like so scared. And then like a super large one of these things like begins to squeeze its way through the door. It's kind of like, watching Jello be squeezed through a door.
Sure.
Where it's like squeezing and then
Yeah. Oh my
By
gosh.
Mario's luscious stash. No! And I start kind of going backward. I bump into the back of you, Kate, and I turn, go, we gotta go, go, go.
Oh jeez.
and it begins flumphing after
We just
us.
start pushing over each
No.
other. Yeah. I think we get to a doorway though, and you throw it open with that key card that I stumbled back to you, and it leads to a stairway that we start running up. And as we do, there's there's no windows in here, which is nice, but we can still hear the rain, the aliens falling outside, and we're moving up, and we get higher and higher and higher, and eventually we hear that door at the bottom burst open, and that slurping sound follows, and I happen to glance back and see that it's another one of these tentacles. They are in pursuit. They're trying to stop us. They're somehow aware that we're trying to get to the weather control device. They're trying to stop us.
Oh,
So
man.
we get up. When we get to the doorway, though, where the weather device is, and there is a key card on this thing. And I'm like, open it, open it, open it. And when you swipe the key card, it does not work. There's a red.
But
Shit.
What did you do to the key card? It
I
should
didn't
work.
do anything. I gave it back to you. There's nothing going on.
Hang on. And I'm going to try and use my mechanics.
Yeah.
Stretching that one a little bit, but
Jimmy it open.
right?
That's right. It's an action movie from the 80s. It makes sense.
Totally.
Mechanics,
Yeah.
technology, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Oh, got a 12. Got a 12.
Oh, nice. That's 2 successes. man.
So I got 11 and a 12 for 3 successes.
Cool. I think
Amazing.
that 3 is going to come off of the weather control device because this is the door to that
Oh,
room.
nice.
So that's going to leave 3 on that. So we have 6 on the aliens, 3 on the weather control device.
Okay. So I pull
Get it
off the
open.
I pull off the cover and I pull some wires out and I start hot wiring the door to open, and you see the green light go dee and then click and the door swings open as the what kind of metal stairway that we're on lurches a little from the weight of this thing pulling itself up the stairs
Oh,
behind
God.
us.
Shit. Okay.
Close
yeah.
it behind us.
Yeah, I force it shut,
I'll
slam it.
Yeah, I'll wave you two through.
Oh, okay. I burst it through. I push right past Kate. I almost actually bump her into the wall as I go flying
Jeez.
into the room. And I look around to see what's going on. And there is a weather control device in here, but it's pointed out towards a very large opening. To me, almost like a doorway of an atrium. A sliding door that leads out into the heavy pouring rain for this device to put its focused beam out towards. And I can see that there is lots of water on the little balcony type area out there, and there is some of these slug creatures that are just kind of playing in the water. They see me come in, they sense us coming in, and they start to move over towards me, and I'm like, oh god, no, not here again. Yeah, they make a
Yep.
sound. Yes.
Listen,
Definitely.
we need help. Is there a phone? And Kate's gonna go and try to find a phone. I have this sort of batty aunt, and she lives in New Mexico, and she might be just the person to help us with this. And she'll, it's a rotary phone, so she'll go through
Yeah.
all of the numbers to get through it. And I'll call.
For you kids
my...
at home, it's a phone we used to have.
This is how it used to look.
Right?
Um,
Cord.
yeah.
Wait,
So I'm
cord.
gonna call my Aunt
cord.
Betty, who is my relative that was a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give her a call, and it'll ring a couple of times, and then she'll answer, and
Hello?
she says, "Hi, yes, Aunt Betty, it's Kate.
Who?
Kate, your niece. Listen, you're right about everything.
Oh,
I know
Jen's
that
girl.
Yeah, that's right. But that we don't have time for that. There are aliens.
Right?
You were right. Yes.
Right.
Okay, but they're falling from the sky. Apparently, the moon is going to crash into the earth, and
Oh.
there are aliens falling. They look like little squid. It's just like you had predicted. What do we do?
Well,
We're in a weather station right now, and I what do we do?
so I've been watching the Weather Channel, and they say that this weird storm front has been going through, and they recommend that you tuck your head between your legs and pray.
Oh God, Aunt Betty, this isn't like you. You always have answers for these things.
Oh, well, I
How do
mean,
we-
I'm holed up in my safety room with, like, flamethrowers and shotguns. Why don't you just head on over?
Why are
I mean,
we in
that's
her house?
bit of a distance to drive. We have to do something to save not just us, but maybe the whole world.
Wow.
Is there anything that we can do in this weather station? I mean, it looks like there's a a tower and a beam and anything that we can do to help this.
Well,
There's another voice behind Betty. Damn it, Betty, we're missing Matlock. Can you get off the phone?
Matlock.
Damn
Come
it,
on.
Uncle Jim. Oh, fuck.
Damn it, Ben! It's
There was our
Jen's
first F
girl,
word. Yeah,
Kate!
Beth, yeah!
My bad.
She says, derailed. She says, well, they have a severe aversion to fire.
Perfect. That's great. Also, they kind of look like slugs. Does salt do anything?
Oh, that's... Hang on. And you hear, you hear some cupboards open. Where's the damn salt? Pepper, cumin,
I used it to salt the rim of those glasses of those Mai Tais.
You used the
made
whole
for
damn
watching
bottle? Ah! Walks back over to the phone. Jen? No, Kate. Kate, you're Jen's girl.
Yeah,
Kate.
yes,
Sorry,
mhm.
sorry. I've got to run
It's
out
fine.
to the garage and get the salt for the sidewalk.
Oh my gosh. You know what? That's fine. I'll test it out myself. That's really great. I guess just be careful. And I'll hang up. So I'd like to see if anything from that conversation was at all helpful. So I want to roll, obviously, for my relationship here to see if this sparked any ideas.
Yeah.
I'll use my moxie because this
Okay.
is a weird kind of roll.
Yeah, right.
And so that's 3 dice, and let's see what's going on here. Oh my gosh. 10, 11, 12.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So after hanging up with my aunt, I realize, okay, so fire is definitely a solution, but maybe salt too. So if there's I don't know, a salt truck situation up the road where they house all of it, those domes on the side of the road.
So what I was thinking is maybe this machine was like a cloud seeder. So essentially the stuff that it shoots these pellets up in the sky, and then the sound vibrates and breaks them all apart, and they seed the cloud and everything. And part of that might be salt.
Interesting.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Let's do it. So,
How do we power it up?
doctor, yeah, how do we get this thing to work?
Well, so that's going to be a problem because, really, it's not a problem. All you got to do is turn the button. You got to turn it
Okay.
on. There's a safety switch, and then you push the button. But that is going to be an issue. And he points, and there's a couple of those medium-sized ones that are crawling on top of it, and as they touch, they merge, and they get larger into one of those huge ones that, and you could hear the door behind us wrenches off the hinges as the one that's behind us finally catches up. So now there's
Okay.
2 large ones that we have to get around.
So, I'm going to move from where I was at the phone to the side of the room where there is a fire extinguisher on the wall. I'm going to grab that off of the wall, go to the nearest one, which happens to be the one that's coming in the doorway. I'm going to throw it into its mouth, aim with my gun, and say, "Smile, you son of a bitch," and I'm going to shoot the fire extinguisher and
Hell
see if
yeah.
that does anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my moxie. I'm gonna use my guns.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. I don't know
Could
that I
we
have.
perhaps say that with you throwing that into the mouth, you are feeding the good beastie with this fire extinguisher and invoking that trope?
I like it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes. All right. So, see how that goes. Okay. 3, 5, 11, 6. 1 success.
Okay. All right.
So I go to shoot it, and it hits. The fire extinguisher explodes. It doesn't obviously explode with fire. It explodes with, and so it does sort of split apart, and you hear like the squelch of this sluggy guy as it sort of tears open. But it doesn't seem to slow it down much. It sort of like wobbles a bit, gets a little bit smaller, and there's like when Jello's not fully set, there's like some like just juice that kind of like sloughs off of it, so it looks just a little bit smaller, but it's not dead yet.
Okay, all right. All right, so as this is going on, I have a moment and I realize that we need to get this done. So I turn, I take a deep breath, and in my head I hear that music from The Legend of Zelda 2. And I go running towards the machine. I slide on my knees down underneath where the creature is up on top. And when I get down to the bottom, I get to where the switch is. And as I grab the switch, I realize there's a small screen next to it. There's a computer interface that we have to do. And it looks like it's password protected. But I'm in the moment. And you know what? I'm a hacker, damn it.
Hack it.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So I'm going to take
Hack
a moment.
the planet.
I'm going to just kind of... I'll pull out a comb out of my pocket.
Oh, is it a switchblade comb?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Okay,
And then I
cool.
take the time to fold it back up, put it back in the pocket.
What's wrong with a
Yeah.
switchblade comb?
They're hella cool. Are you kidding?
Right?
Cool, man. And then I reach into my other pocket and I go, and it's one of those floppy disks, actually floppy. It's like
Right.
this big.
Yes.
And it's actually, and I go, I slide it in and I pull down that little aperture that slides down in front of
Yes.
it. Again, kids at home, we're old.
Oh.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to use my brain, which currently is stressed. So I got to keep that in mind, but that's a 2. Plus my 1 is a 3. Excuse me. I'm going to use hacker. That's another 1. And
Is this like, does it end up looking like war games where you're
I think
just
so.
playing with a computer, but it's, it's all the nuclear codes, shit like that?
sure. Oh, I love that.
You just got to
Well,
beat
let's
it at tic-tac-toe and we'll save the world.
Yeah, totally.
I'm rolling 4. Ooh, okay. That's a 12, an 8, a 2, and a 9. So that's going to be 4, which actually the weather control device only had 3 left. So that
yeah.
actually solves that. So I actually, as I start typing and clicking away, there is in fact the flicker on the screen and there's code that comes up and my fingers fly over the keyboard and one of these slugs comes down and lands on my shoulder, but I ignore it. I'm in the moment. Zelda's still blaring in my ear. The princess is in another castle. I need to find her. And I'm just typing and clicking away at this keyboard. And as I do, you see the screen is no longer going to be the code. It turns into a stick on the left and a stick on the right. And they slowly just start.
Pong.
And there's a ball. Bing, bing.
A very large pixel.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I get into the most important game of Pong that has ever been played in the history of the human race, because this is going to unlock this computer and save all of humanity. And as I play, it's tight. I can tell that the joystick on this is a little sticky, It's
Nah.
not quite as good as it could be. And I continue, but I managed to get it, and I just barely edge it out, and I win, and the machine kicks on. So the weather machine fires up. There's a woo sound. The thing on my shoulder screeches and falls off of me, and the other ones around. I'm like, it's coming on! It's coming on! I start getting up to my feet, and I look around. I realize we are completely surrounded, but it is on.
Yeah,
We
as
do have
you
one left on the aliens, so we're almost done with that.
as you get up behind you, what is now the most enormous of these aliens that we've seen so far rises up, and Kate sees it, but the doctor doesn't. And as the tentacle goes to smash down on the doctor, a flicker of flame tumbles through the air as a gas can with like a rag stuffed in it, that the rag has been lit, maybe strikes this creature.
Hell yeah.
Let's find out.
So just to be quick, are you invoking the trope that someone is kidnapped from behind right now?
I actually invoked that
did
with
that.
Twiggy, but
Oh yes, that's right.
are there
Or maybe
any
they're coming down from the
others?
ceiling. This is a ceiling cling.
Oh, this could be they're dropping down. I like
Yeah.
it. Absolutely.
Cool. Nice.
Incredible.
Do I add anything for that?
Yeah, you get a +1 for that.
Okay. I gotta roll an extra die. Hang on. Oh. That is 2 successes.
Okay, cool. So, Jeremy, narrate how the mixture of that happening, the machine turning on, how does it vanquish these aliens? Because they only had one left.
Okay,
Now
nice.
so it's going to stop raining aliens. The alien threat is not over. That doesn't happen till the end of Act 3. But the aliens raining, that's going to come to an end right now.
All right, so
This will also include the act, too. So
the gas can hits the very large alien and sinks inside, and for a moment you think that the goop has put out the fire on the rag because it just kind of, and then the boom of the like the sound that shatters the pellets, like you see the pellets launch off and you hear this boom, and it like blows back the goop just enough that a spark on the fire on the burning wick ignites and explodes, and Doctor, you're thrown forward as you're covered in like green jello innards of this thing, but like it explodes and the sound explodes all the ones around us, and I say, don't forget to tip your waiter, bitch.
Yes.
Oh man.
I think the one-liners that you guys have busted out in this scene are just so good. I love it. I love it.
Heck yeah.
There is a spot in your character sheet for action movie one-liners. You could feel free to write those down if you want to use them again. That's totally awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, the aliens all around us dissolve and die. The aliens outside stop falling because the weather machine is powerful enough to stop the raining of the aliens. And I walk out to take a look at all of this, and I go, guys, it's not over. And I point up into the sky, and like that big giant alien in Galaga, there was a weird ship that's like,
Oh no.
across the sky. And yeah, we have a fight on our hands coming in Act 3. But first, we got to get some new tropes, because all of our tropes are gone now.
Right?
Oh
We
no.
need some new tropes. Did chat offer any tropes or any suggestions in the
Not
moment
yet,
that
but
they
we just got raided, so perhaps things
Welcome.
will fall from the proverbial sky.
I love it. Well, thanks for
Yes.
raiding us, friends. Who raided us?
Bleak.
Yes, Bleak Season.
Yeah.
Thanks for the raid, brother.
Lee.
From over at Guild Superior tonight.
Yes, Guild. Yes,
yeah.
our good buddies over at Guild. We love doing stuff with them. Guild, thanks for coming in, supporting the No Kid Hungry, because we're helping you, because you're part of the team. You've been bringing us on. Let's do some stuff with you. We're playing Action 12 Cinema, really cool game. We're telling a really cool, over-the-top B-movie action film from the 80s, where we are doing a creature feature, where we are a nerdy scientist. Jeremy is a mechanic guy with a heart of gold, and Beth is a moxie-filled. What is it? What are you? You're like a scientist too, or?
Computer specialist?
No.
Are you a criminal?
Yeah.
Thief? Oh, I love that.
Not a thief,
okay.
okay, but maybe
Okay.
a criminal, and I just happen to be in the wrong place at the right time, it looks
Right?
like.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're currently fighting off an alien invasion, and we just powered up a machine that killed all the aliens raining from the sky. But there's a ship above, and we have a fight on our hands. Right now, we're going to restock one of our uses here of tropes, really cool action movie things that we get to use to help tell the story. So we need 3, so let's each do one. 2d12s,
Yeah.
y'all.
2d12s, okay. So that's a 5 for the first one,
Okay, that's
and
5.
an 8 for the second.
Okay, there's 2 options. One is player's choice, which we kind of get that one a lot, it seems like. There is a lot of player's choice in the charts here.
Yeah.
Or the one that's just, I don't want to be picking, but sounds awesome, is badass driving.
Yeah, obviously. Badass
mean,
driving
yeah.
it is.
I mean, I didn't want to oversell that, but it's got to be the one,
Right.
right?
No, that's
I don't
much
want to
better,
flavor
yeah.
your opinion at all, but
Right.
But there is a correct answer.
Right.
Yes. Objectively, it's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Jeremy, what do you got?
I got double threes.
Ooh,
Ooh.
33. Okay. Table 3, number 3. Caught in a snare
Okay.
or a weaponized car.
I mean, weaponized car is going to play so well with the
Badass driving.
badass driving, right?
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, and then I rolled a 12, which is the final table, and a 2, a foe tossing charge, or danger with a deadline. Well, I don't want to metagame a little bit, but that's part of the fun of the game because we know that one of our obstacles is a ticking bomb.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm going with danger with a deadline, baby. Okay, so we begin Act 3. Beth, why don't you start off how the act starts off?
Yeah. Okay. So
This is the final act.
we-
This is the final chutzpah, I guess you could say.
we just saw Sam bravely throw an improvised Molotov cocktail, but extra large. And
They
just,
supersized it.
they just obliterated one of these nasty beasts, and we were able to get the weather machine up and running, and we haven't done anything with it yet, but it's running, right?
Yeah. It being
yeah.
an obstacle has been overcome. It's running.
Okay.
It's helping us in the fight.
It's good
So
to
now
go.
So now our obstacles for Act 3 is, and as they come up, they aren't in play yet, but they
Mhm.
will, is that there is a ticking time bomb or ticking clock of some sort.
Mhm.
Something is unstable, and that there is
Yeah.
a fight.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'll just look to you both and say, okay, so that's on.
Yeah.
I think we need to get moving because this room is it's getting a little tight here. What do you think we should do? Should we? I feel like we need to move.
Well, I'll tell you, if I know my video games the way that I do, we take out that big guy up there, it's going to end the whole thing. They're all going to be connected with a hive mind. And if we take it down, it's all going to get taken down. Because my other +2 that comes up just now is I know all about alien invasions.
Oh,
Heck yeah!
convenient.
That's so
Uh-huh.
As you say that, though, a flash of light, this brilliant beacon, erupts outside. And as we turn and look, there's a beam coming down from the ship. And it seems to be just disintegrating everything that's underneath it. Like it's drilling into the ground. You can just see like bits of earth and stuff. And it's not just like disintegrating it, but like chunks are flying off and going off in weird directions. It appears that it's doing something maybe to the planet. Like it's drilling into it, and the energy that it's going to release into the Earth's core might destroy the world.
Oh,
no!
gulp.
Well, we better go take
Does
care
that
of
work
that.
for our ticking time bomb?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be the 12, right? That's got to be the 12.
Sure.
Yeah, something is
Okay.
unstable.
Right.
The Earth's core.
Yeah, that'll come
Or-
in at
Or maybe something that's unstable is what is we are able to use to stop the thing. So maybe we should hang on to that one.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, because they don't have to all just click off. They can develop, yes. But I think definitely the ticking clock, ticking time of the world being destroyed. Yeah, for sure. Well, man,
Oh, I've got it.
I think. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, do you see how like it's like lifting things up? I don't know if it's intentional, but there's like ground going up. We could like somehow, we could run up those. It'd probably be faster if we could drive up those strange
Yes.
floating motes of earth.
Like an elevator. Incredible. Let's
Yeah.
find a car.
And We look out the window, and as we see is that off to the side, one of the other buildings that's getting blasted, and one of the walls of it is deteriorated away. We see that there's something painted on the wall. It's a stencil of some sort. As it gets carried up into the beam, we see that it says NASA Experimental Moonride Cars.
Moonride Cars.
And it reveals inside the building that there are 3 vehicles perfectly lined up. And they look basically like race cars of some sort, but they don't have wheels. They have these weird tubes on the side that bend and go in underneath the vehicle. And I look and I go, right there, that's what we need.
Oh, these are awesome.
Afterburn, baby.
I'll run over and I'll be like, are these laser guns attached to them?
Whoa.
Amazing. I don't think I've ever used a laser gun before.
You did
but,
say
if
weaponized
anything
vehicle
like it-
earlier, right?
We did say weapons.
All right, just saying.
As a trope. Yeah.
Incredible.
I love it. I love it.
All right, I guess the best chance we have is that we each try to make this happen. So I guess choose your fighter, pick a car.
Hey, I just want to say to the two of you, okay? 20 minutes ago, you both seemed kind of like assholes. But now I love you guys. We got this, okay?
So yeah, that's probably it's probably a little soon for that. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looks and yeah.
as we get in and ignite the boosters on these things and they begin to hover.
Yeah.
A $10 obstacle has been donated.
Yeah, baby. Thank
Heck
you.
yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna go to the obstacles because that is one that we get to roll up. So let me get to the obstacles. I'm so excited. Chat, you rock. That is amazing.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if the person who gave that is able to roll if they want to roll a d12 or if we want to roll a d12.
Bleak, roll a d12. Is it 1d12 or 2?
Yeah.
It's two. You
Roll
got one
2
for
d12s, give them to us separately.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is for you, buddy. I love it. I knew it had to be Bleak because he loves mixing it up.
Right? And as
yeah.
we all pull out, there's just a little drizzle of normal rain kind of falling on us. We got a 7 and a 10.
7 and a 10.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, we did have that one already, which is normal mode of travel is now unsafe.
Do you want to flip it? What's 10 and 7?
Let's do that. 10 and 7. Oh, okay. Well, that's we got that one too. That's a fight.
Shit.
Maybe we have another fight in between.
Well, either one of those two. Which one do we like better? We want to have the mode of travel because that happened with the golf cart thing earlier. Do we want that to happen on one of these vehicles, or do we want that? Or do we want to have another
let's
fight?
do it. Let's do it.
Vehicle?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vehicle. All right. So Bleak, you're gonna nuke one of our vehicles, bro. All right. I love it.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we start flying up there, and as we do, there's like that I don't know remember how it goes, but that song, what is it? I don't know, something about driving, license to drive or danger drive. I don't know how it goes. It doesn't matter. I'm pulling out 80s stuff. I don't remember. Okay. I was born in '83. I'm not that 80s.
What about Highway to the Danger Zone?
Oh yeah, that's kind of
Yes.
about jets, but that works perfectly. And Kenny Loggins.
Or
yeah.
like the final countdown.
Right? So I was going to think that
yes.
one. I was going to say that one once we
When
get
it's-
on and
Yes,
and we're
yes.
trying to disarm the thing at
Perfect.
the yeah.
That's so good, Beth. We're gonna table that. I'm writing it down.
Love it.
Highway to the danger zone. Cool. Because we got a needle drop. Anybody who has anything that's stressed, it gets healed back up. If anything is broken, it goes back to just being stressed. Because we did a needle drop.
Yes.
Nice.
We'll say this movie came out the same year as Top Gun. That's a big song this year. You know, Kenny Loggins
Yeah.
is really he's gonna earn some cred from that.
You think so?
Yeah,
I don't know. That
know.
movie was kind of overrated. I don't think it'll become.
Oh, Top Gun, yeah, that's gonna bomb so
Yeah.
hard. Nobody's gonna see that. They're gonna see this movie.
No.
I mean, this is be the
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
yeah. And we start jumping from thing to thing to thing. I think that something is unstable. So I mean, that's a problem. Is we have to clear this thing.
Oh yeah.
That's our challenge. We have to get to the ship.
Much
Take
like
it out.
those video games that you've been talking about as you hit one of these earth motes, it shudders and it's just too much and it falls, and so you can't remain on, right? You have to move quickly.
I love this. Okay, cool. All right, so who wants to start off doing something about that? How's this look? How do we do?
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna use Moxie and one of my, I don't know if I'm gonna put it into that. One of my +1s. My +1 is I was a stunt driver.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna roll 4 dice. Fudge! I don't want to use it. I almost used it. Or 1. Okay. I got an 8. I got 1 success.
Okay, so that's gonna be 1 for that.
As I'm,
okay.
Just like twisting and turning and trying to, like, I'm leaning into it to try and like make this strange hover vehicle go the way I want it to. I've seen video gamers do that. It seems to help them, where they lean into where they.
Yes.
Definitely. Speaking of video gamers, I am in my element. All of a sudden I have a helmet on. I've got a racing suit on. It's not unlike Speed Racer, but it's not white. It's like green. It almost looks like a mixture of Speed Racer and Link from Legend of Zelda. My mullet is blonde all of a sudden.
Did you like reach down and grab your legs, like the pant legs, and then you just ripped off your outer scientist suit, and this was on underneath?
Yeah, and I'm like leaned back in it, and it like just one arm. Danger zone is going, and I'm gonna be flying too. I am going to try to, again, because I know video games. I know how they program these things. That if you jump in the pattern, moving along, you're going to be able to outrun and outspeed these things. I'm going to try to use my brains with this. I should use something different. I'm using my brains a lot. I'm going to use my Moxie for this, because this is all about belief in yourself. So that's going to be 1 for rolling, 1 for the Moxie, so that's 2d12. And because the video games, that's 2, so that's 4. And I'll roll those 4. I'll invoke my one relationship that NASA is counting on me. So, because I got to make this, we got to do this. All right, so that's 5. Here we go. Okay. 11. These are all low. No 1s, which is good, because 1s are bad.
Right.
Cause snags. So I have 1 11 and 1 9. So I have 2 successes. But yeah, so like a character from the game. I don't remember that game is with was it Falco? Whatever that game is, where they race.
Star Fox.
Well, you know what? Star Fox works too. Like Star Fox, my little car jet thing is just bouncing, and again, it's outpacing these things that are falling. I'm like 2 blocks ahead before the final one behind me falls, and I'm just going again. I'm leaning back. I look calm, cool, collected, and I cut that distance between. And the camera's going to shift over to see what Kate's doing in hers.
Yeah. So, Kate is not a stunt driver. She's not a bad driver though. She's not a video gamer, but she does have some moxie, and she's going to focus her attention on creating a path for her new friends. So she's going to level the laser guns that are attached to this hover moon space car, and start blasting away. She sets the dial up, so she starts blasting away at these motes of Earth that are getting in the way. So anything that might inhibit the pattern that you're seeing, Doctor, we'll get those out of the way, and I'll clear a route for you. So I'm going to roll Moxie and guns, and I'm also going to use my heroic trait, which is that I am absolutely relentless. I might not have the education to solve this problem, but you better believe I'm going to give it my best.
So your heroic trait is going to let you re-roll.
Oh, re-roll.
What you could do, however, is if you want, you could create a relationship between you and I, like we're companions, we're friends, and you can
Yeah.
maybe invoke that.
Yes,
For a
I will
bonus.
invoke that. We are friends now.
You're danger buddies.
When
you also have the badass driving trope you could put in too, or weaponized cars.
I think the
I'm
baddest.
gonna
Baddest.
badass driving. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Dr. Reagan, when you suggested that we were all friends, at first I was like, no, this is absolutely not. But as we got into our cars, I was like, damn it, I've connected with these two in the last hour.
Right, in the
more
last
than I
45
have.
minutes.
And I think back to my my personal crisis where my relationship ended because of how it was viewed by others, and I think I can't afford to leave my heart closed off any longer, and so I'll roll it, and that is okay. So 3, 4, 5, 8, and 11. So 2 successes.
2. Okay. That is going to remove the unstable condition, something is unstable. So yeah, how do you finish off this debris? I mean, how does that look?
Yeah, so I am weaving through driving. There are buttons on the steering wheel, so I'm able to steer and get everything moving, and then just sort of shoot at will, sort of zipping through. And it looks like pure chaos, but there is a beauty there that just, I'm in the right place at the right time every time, and each time you're able to zip even further in. And I see the stunt driver extraordinaire also making their way up to the base of this ship.
And there's like a moment where like I flip over the debris that you just blew up, and as you're like soaring through it, I look up and I'm like,
yeah.
Incredible.
Cool. So yeah, you zip in and you flip up over, you zip in too, and as the two of you come in, triangulated, I slide into the back too. And as we all three come in and land like a sort of weird landing bay, there's like a weird like shimmer behind us, as some sort of field or something behind us blocks us in. And I look around and I'm like, afterburn, baby. Well, let's end this, yeah?
as I'm
well, as I get out of the car, I take off driving gloves that I was wearing suddenly.
nice.
Yes.
And I stuff them in my back pocket.
I get out and I look at both of you. I'm just like fucking weird, and I start walking off. And I look across this bay, and I'm like, Twiggy! And I start running towards where you see a couple of those aliens going into like what looks like a turbo lift or something.
And not only do we see the aliens, but we see Twiggy.
Oh, look, we see him
We
too?
see for the first time, when you say Twiggy and you're looking in a specific direction, I see someone as well. And I just sort of look to Dr. Reagan, and is that Twiggy?
Are you sure the engines in those cars were safe?
Not at all, but I think,
I see him too.
yeah.
Twiggy looks back at us and he's like, yeah, man, sorry you had to find out this way, but man, these are my people, man. I'm
Twiggy
from
is,
Galaxia 3, dude.
Oh no.
I'm an alien, bro.
Twiggy
We're here
is
to take over the planet, man. I've been crashing on your couch, eating all your Cheetos, smoking some blunts, just, learning about your people so that we can come kill you all and take the planet, man.
And as he's saying all this, like, he reaches up and like grabs the base of his neck and like unzips and like
Yes.
his Twiggy suit falls off, and like this blobby thing.
One thing to note, the Twiggy suit actually looked like Patrick Swayze. Craziest thing. This was not his best role.
Looked like Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. But he zips that off and he is alien underneath.
That beautiful man is now an alien blob. Oh, goodness.
You're still beautiful to me, Twiggy.
And we start to realize there's other aliens coming out, and Twiggy's like, Yeah, man. You're never gonna stop us before we destroy the planet. You're all gonna die.
You know something, Twiggy? You've been my friend for a lot of years. But after living with you as a roommate for the last several months, I'm really gonna enjoy watching you die. And, and I'm gonna run over and slam the button down on the lasers that are in the car and just start turn it so it's just like shooting lasers at all of the things around us.
Gosh.
I love it. So I think we're breaking into a fight.
I think this is our fight.
Heck yeah.
Fight!
As the car spins and these lasers are shooting indiscriminately, one of Kate's other 1-point skills is that she used to be a gymnast. So she is flipping over these laser beams and like ducking under.
Nice.
And but there's music playing as if it's that sort of like rage dancing from Footloose that Kevin Bacon does, but it's me doing gymnastics moves through these space lasers as we go through. Yeah.
So tell me, how does personal crisis work out? Like if I'm using that as a thing.
You know what? Let me double check because I actually don't recall. I know it does do something.
Heck yeah.
In the pool,
Good.
in the play when you good, it does something. Yeah, I love that. Let me find it real quick.
Because for those of you who have joined us since the beginning, my personal crisis is letting my imaginary friend Twiggy, who's not actually an imaginary friend, he is indeed an alien in disguise, letting him move on because I've been very needy about having him in my life.
Oh.
Your personal crisis.
But the last several months of living together and him eating all my Cheetos and wanting anchovies on my fucking pizza. Oh, there it was.
Oh no.
That's why I like anchovies. All right, so on your care, there is no mechanical benefit to solving your crisis. Excuse me, but there is a cost. At any time, you may choose to voluntarily remove a D12 from your die pool before you roll it.
Okay.
If that roll results in any successes, you check off and tick off your personal crisis. And after 3 ticks, you overcome your personal crisis. So we kind of didn't really do it exactly the way the rules are. So it's fine.
Gotcha.
But what you could do is you could. What was your heroic trait or your Achilles heel?
So my Achilles heel is Twiggy.
Okay. Because what you could do is up to 3 times in the game, you could have your Achilles heel add 2 D12s to your die pool. However, if you roll any ones, you can't re-roll them. And your if you roll any ones, it counts as 2 failures.
Okay. All right. So I am absolutely gonna do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, as far as this, what is our goal that we're trying to knock down?
Yeah. So right now we have 12 still on it. There is a ticking clock that they're going to destroy the planet.
Okay.
And there is 6 now on that we have to fight. We have to fight Twiggy.
Okay. This is all right. So all of these aliens and stuff, Twiggy, all of them. That is what I'm going for. Let's do some ass kickery.
Yeah, baby.
Do some brawn.
Get it.
Actually, I'm gonna do Moxie on this one because I'm not like doing fighting. I was using like this improvised weapon of spinning the car to shoot all these things. So Moxie, some ass kickery, and then I add 2 dice for the Achilles heel.
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
And of course, you can still do relationships, and you can do any sort of tropes. We still have weaponized car that wasn't technically used, and danger with the deadline, which is still out there as well.
All right. What does using weaponized car?
Gives you another 1 to your roll.
Okay. So it came so close. I have 2 2s, a 10,
Okay.
a 7 and 11, and a 10. So 3 successes.
Nice. Love it.
Those 2s were a little close for comfort.
Oh, dangerous. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so you start firing at Twiggy, yeah, and I think it goes off, starts blasting. There's pieces of him and pieces of other aliens that kind of come off. You're blowing up stuff around. You can see that as you're blowing up into stuff, that there's part of the ship is starting to kind of waver and kind of shake a little bit. Definitely, you're doing some damage here. I think at this point, Dr. Reagan is going to step up, and it's almost like in slow motion. There's a weird breeze that's blowing. He pulls his helmet off. His mullet shakes in the breeze.
Some laser beams go by, flipping his hair up.
Yes. It's just like the night begins to shine music video from Teen Titans Go. And he reaches down. He has 1+1 skill left. And I'm going to go ahead and write it in here, right here, because there's only one skill that a self-respecting uber nerd can possibly have, and it's going to come into this moment right now, which is he knows how to fight with his plastic toy lightsaber at home.
Yes.
So he reaches down to where the gear shaft is on the car, and he twists it, and he pulls it out.
Incredible.
And a green lightsaber bursts out, and he says, "The Force is with us." And he runs forward. Somewhere George Lucas is like, I think that's copyright infringement.
Right.
We gotta. And he goes surging in, and he's gonna do something unlike normal. He's gonna fight. He's gonna use his brawn, which is 0. But you know what? He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So. Okay, so my personal crisis didn't really come up during the game, which is I made a mistake and someone got hurt. Can I move on from that mistake? My mistake was I knew that there was a threat coming, and I didn't warn everybody at time. I was too busy playing the video games, but it didn't really come into play. But I just want the audience to know what that was. Okay, so
gosh.
I have 1 for rolling. I have none for my brawn because I am not. Well, I could maybe use my. No, I'll just keep Ron because he's going balls to the wall right now, and I'm gonna use 1 for my lightsaber. And there is one of my relationships is that there is a child at home that needs me. It's my little brother Timmy.
Timmy.
Timmy. Yes, I'm Dr. Timothy Reagan. He's Timmy Reagan, and I took him to see Star Wars, and he's my best little friend. And I know that he would be proud of me if this moment works out right. So that's another one. So I'm rolling 3. Rolling 3. Here we go.
And as you're doing this, I'm like up on the side of the vehicle, and like I'm kind of pulling it so it's like turning with me. And you're like running off talking about this, and I'm like, I really need to see that movie sometime.
Yes. Okay, so I rolled really bad on those 3. I'm going to use heroic trait to re-roll.
Yay!
Yeah, no ones. So.
Incredible.
Oh, you know what? I could do my Achilles heel. I didn't think about that. I'm overconfident. I'm gonna do it.
That's fair.
So,
do
do
it.
I'll roll here. So I'm gonna make it so I didn't use the heroic trait because this would be I would have had these 2 on the roll. So this is the original roll here. It's going to be 5. Yeah, 1 for rolling, 0 for brawn, 1 for lightsaber, 1 for child needs me, 2 for the overconfident Achilles heel. Here we go. Okay. Wow. 6, 5, 5, 4. Now I'll use the heroic trait.
Heck yeah.
To re-roll these. Oh no. There's a 12. There's an 11. There's an 8. 4 doesn't count, but there is a 1 on the field, gang. Because I used my Achilles heel, that 1 counts as 2 failures, so that's going to get rid of my 12.
No.
So that means I have 2 successes.
I mean,
11
it's better than
and the 8, but there's going to be a setback because of the fact that I rolled a 1. So I think I can't hurt my brain or my brawn because I don't have any brawn. So I'm going to go ahead and have my lightsaber skill get stressed.
Oh no.
Yes. And so I come in and I go into a dance. It's exactly the same choreography. I mean, it's like move for move, exactly the same as when Luke is fighting off everybody on Jabba's skiff when they're saving Han. It's exactly the same moves, the same, deflecting some sort of lasers into people. It looks awesome. Um, Even if it doesn't do anything super amazing, but that is going to be 2 towards our fight, which brings the fight
But
is
at the
already got.
end,
Yeah.
you're holding the saber, and it goes and kind of falls. It's like
Yeah.
limp,
Oh no!
like in like the Schwartz in
Yeah, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god!
I love it.
Devastating.
Yeah, definitely. And Twiggy is just like, you'll never succeed, man. Just give up.
All right,
Oh gosh.
remind me what tropes we have left.
Okay. Well, did you use the weaponized car one? Or the
I
da-
did.
Okay. So
Mhm.
we have danger with a deadline, and we're actually technically supposed to roll new ones.
Oh, yeah.
When the elements are gone. So let me flip back on the book here.
Huh. I'm gonna absolutely feel that I am appreciative that these dice that I just rolled double ones now
Oh yeah.
instead of when it's gonna
Yeah.
count.
Okay. So we need 2 to fill up. So Jeremy,
Yeah.
yours is going to be, because you got 2 ones. It's going to be either a Colossus climb, which is basically we climb up on top of a big, huge, giant thing,
Yes.
like a creature, like Shadow of the Colossus,
Right.
or a kitchen chase, which is basically we're chasing something and we happen to go through a kitchen.
So my gut says colossal climb because we'll have to go in and find the thing that turns all of us off and have to climb up to it and everything. But kitchen chase sounds funner, so let's do kitchen chase.
Kitchen chase, okay. And
Don't
then
tell me velociraptors are going to show up.
Right.
They might.
Gosh.
Who knows? Beth, did you roll one too?
Yes, I rolled a 6 for the table and then
Uh-huh.
a 5.
Out of character alert or the Trojan prisoner trick?
Ooh. What is the out of character alert?
It doesn't have specifically. Oh yeah, it does. Out of character alert right here. The villain has captured someone and sends a message in their name to the family or friends. However, something in the message tips the hero off that something isn't right.
Oh.
Oh. Shoot.
And then the Trojan prisoner trick, of course, is going to be the heroes pose as guards transporting a prisoner to gain entry.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Kind of awkward now, but
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Alright, so we still have the full 12 on the ticking bomb of them about to destroy the planet, but the fight is almost over. We have 2 more points left in our obstacle there.
I think Kate needs to step up and
She does. She does.
Come on, Kate, could
so-
you do something, Kate?
Right.
No.
I guess. So Kate sees that Twiggy is failing a little bit, and there's still bad shit happening. She does notice that there's a whole like bay of computers and switches and buttons and shit like that she is not familiar with, but she knows how to shoot stuff. So she's going to start running, slow motion, towards the bay with the laser guns that she pulled out of her moon vehicle.
Yeah.
So she's gonna run over, and I'm going to invoke a few things here. All right, so I'm gonna do Moxie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to do a skill that has come to me in this moment, which basically we had said that it had actually started raining real rain outside.
Right.
So Kate is working with wet hair, sort of like slicked back. She just did some like crazy flipping around semi-matrix gymnast style things to avoid lasers. So I'm going to use my last +2 skill, which is hot girl stuff. And,
Yeah.
and she is going to just do hot girl stuff
Yes,
to
absolutely.
make this happen. So
That's
it's
awesome.
it's slow motion running. It's her hair. She's got like a cut under her eye that is like just
Yeah.
artfully placed. Her makeup is smudged more, but like it
In
somehow
a
looks
good way.
cuter.
Right.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah. And
She's actually going to be the reason why the grunge thing happens in the early 90s.
Yes.
Because all the girls were
Yeah.
like, man, Kate looks so badass in that movie.
So she'll go over, and it's a good thing that she's wearing those long sleeves. Otherwise, you'd see the Linda Hamilton guns that she's
Yeah.
got going on under there. So she
Nice.
runs over to where this whole bay of computers and buttons and stuff happens to be, and there's a screen and like a lever that are right there, and she's seen enough Marvin the Martian on Looney Tunes to know that might be it.
Yeah.
So she takes her laser space pistols and just starts boom,
Pew,
boom,
pew.
boom, boom, shooting at the computer, and we'll see what happens.
So you're basically then you're trying to use this to try to affect the ticking time bomb. You're trying to destroy what or
Yes.
stop what they're
Yeah.
doing.
So I'm
Cool.
trying to stop whatever it is that they're using to like mine into the
Yeah.
earth and explode it.
Explode
Um,
it.
Okay, so that is an 8, a 10, and an 11, and then a 4.
Okay, so that's
So,
3 successes.
3 successes.
Nice. Already taking that down to a 9. Yeah, definitely. Outside, we're going to see some of those laser beam turrets, I guess you could say, start to turn
Yeah.
off and swivel away from where they're at.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool. And I come running in towards Twiggy, and I'm like, not today. Evil will never prosper as long as I still draw breath. And I'm going to come running in, and I'm going to try to fight him. And I'm still using... I'm not going to use my brawn. I understand that much like a Jedi training, you cannot overcome all enemies with aggression. You need to do it with more being in control. So I'm gonna calmly, carefully, thoughtfully try to fight this guy. I'm using my brains.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm gonna roll the 1 for the roll, 2 for my brain score, and I'm gonna again use my lightsaber, which is a 1. Even though it's stressed, I can still use it. It's just I'm a little shaky at it. Yeah, I'm gonna one last time. I'm gonna invoke NASA counts on me. I have to defeat this foe. I have to. This
You
is
do.
my destiny.
Oh no.
Okay, better rolls here. Okay, I got an 11, an 8, a 9, a 7, and that is a 10. It's like a
Ooh.
weird color. I couldn't read it. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I was fighting. Yeah, so I come in, and with a big flurry, I start slicing into, and again, much like in my head canon, if Luke had fought Jabba with the lightsaber, how it would look. Just awesome, slicing into stuff, and I go through this flurry of motion, and eventually the enemy falls. Not just your main buddy Twiggy, but also ones around him, the small little group of them that were coming together to power the device. All as I get done, there's a moment, and then I kind of just flick the saber in my hand, and they all in unison fall. And as they fall,
Yes.
you realize that I have killed Twiggy. He is gone. How do you feel in this moment, Jeremy? How does Sam feel? His imaginary friend for these couple of months, roommate from hell, is gone.
So I don't want to upset your story,
That's fine. Hey, add to it. Go ahead. Yeah.
but as the bits of Twiggy fall away, you notice that there is one chunk that kind of begins to form out. It's like some kind of regeneration or something.
Yeah.
And as it reaches for you, because you're standing there in your like your final position,
Yeah.
the car that I was on smashes into the wall right next to where you were, explodes, and
Yes.
obliterates the last bit of Twiggy. And I just walk up and I'm like, cool. So
Yes. Now
Love it.
what?
now what?
Absolutely. And then I just look up towards the machine. It's like a real close up on the eyes as I look up. But yeah, so how we bringing this home, gang? Chat, thank you so much for hanging in. We're almost done. We did run a little bit over, but you know what? Remember, you still give to the children. We've got a giveaway coming up. We're going to be giving away some cool Misfit Dice. If you haven't entered yet, get your name in there. Do the code. However, it's working. I don't know. It's in the chat.
It is. It's in the chat.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, we want to get it going.
As you know, we're trying to figure out what to do. I go over, and there is a moment of sadness on Sam's face, and I lean down and I pick up the Twiggy suit, and I turn it over and I look at his face and I zip it up. I just like put my hand on his squishy, deflated cheek, and a single tear runs down my own cheek. But then my eye like lights up. I'm like, I have an idea. And it cuts, and I'm in handcuffs next to one of you, and Twiggy is walking the two of us towards the door because the other one of you is wearing the Twiggy suit, invoking that trope.
Yes. Amazing.
Yes, the Trojan prisoner trick. I love
Incredible.
it. I love it. Yes.
Wearing a skin suit, a Patrick Swayze skin suit.
Right. It'll be fine.
Oh, awesome. And I gotta
That
say,
is horrifying.
he's been a nerd his whole life with a terrible mullet. So in this moment, Reagan is just so proud to be this handsome, attractive Patrick Swayze with a mullet as he is walking beside you all. And we get up to where the room is, where the final machinery is, to try to stop everything and look around. When we realize that there's nobody here to see that we're doing this, but damn, I look good. I appreciate it. And we get to that final door, and as I open it, time of my life starts busting out behind me, and I go in, and when I go in, there's a weird like thing that we pass through, and it kind of x-ray scans me or something, so I'm still in there, and I'm just like, but we're in the final room. We have 9 left on this final challenge, so can we do it? Chat, is there anything you can do to help us out? Remember, you can give $2 to the kids to give us +1 on our rolls. You can make this awesome. You can make this happen.
Up to 5?
Up to +5.
Yeah, so if you donate $10.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kate and I, we have these fake handcuffs on.
Yes.
What's our plan here? How are we doing this?
We win. We save the day, man. That's the plan.
That's all it is.
I do look up and I see, and I point to it. I like bump you with my cuffed hands and I point, and there's like a schematic of the Earth with the laser drilling down into it, and you can see it's getting close to the core. It's like we're on a deadline. It's like a ticking clock.
Yes. Yes. I think it's going to take all of our skill sets to get this done. So I move forward and I go and I look at the alien contraption, the alien machines. I can hack it, guys. I can do it. So Patrick Swayze goes up and he starts hacking into the computer. So Patrick Swayze is going to use his brains plus his hacking, which is a 1. And
do we need to roll another trope, by the way?
No, we've got
using the Trojan.
We should have 3. You're right. Yep. So 2 D12s. You know, I'll roll. I didn't roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Roll it.
Roll it.
I think we had 10 and 2, didn't we? Oh no, we didn't. Oh, player's choice from the table. We haven't used the player's choice yet. So let me look at what we got here. Let's see what can best fit what we're all are doing, because you know, why not? We're gonna do that. This final trope that we were able to use is Um, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Um, oh man, they're all so good. Um, um,
What if it's the
big.
unexpected hero?
Okay.
Just throwing that out there because then I'm gonna walk up to you and put my hand on your shoulder and say, Twiggy's not saving the day. You're saving the day. And I'm gonna rip Twiggy's suit off of you.
Patrick, no.
And your hair is shining and
Oh,
flowing.
Yes.
Maybe something inside that skin suit was like a moisturizer. Your skin just looks
Yeah, that-
wonderful.
That alien jelly was like a retinol,
Right?
And it really just like helped to, yeah,
like Stridex pads.
yeah.
So I look at you and our eyes meet and I just nod. And I know I'm gonna fix this mistake. I turn and I get a serious look and I reach into my pocket where I got the floppy disk and I pull out my sunglasses. Put them on. I wear my sunglasses at night as I move forward, and that continues to play as I start hacking. So I was going to roll 2 for brains, 1 for the roll, 1 for hacking. We're going to do 1 for the unexpected hero. This is it. I'm rolling 5. Here we go. Probably my last roll. Let's see what happens. Okay. Dice were like, nope. Dice do not like Corey Hart, y'all.
What
Oh, no.
the hell, Dice?
I got 1 success out of those 5. I'm gonna re-roll. I believe I cannot re-roll ones, or I can re-roll ones. What did we decide? I'm gonna get this right because I don't want to be scorching off here. Because I have 1 more use of my heroic trait.
If I remember right, you said that you can't re-roll ones.
That's what I thought.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, so those 2 ones got to stay. So hopefully I'll make up for it. Oh, that 1 8 had to stay, so that's still there. Okay, that's a 12. So okay, that got rid of those ones, but I'm still gonna have a setback.
Nice.
So I got 1 success netted, so it makes it the ticking time bomb goes down to an 8, and my
Yes.
hacking is gonna get stressed, obviously, because that's what I used. And I'm hacking. I'm going into it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
So, Kate is watching you do that work, and this chamber's interesting because it's not designed for humans. These computers go kind of like all along these curved walls, all the way up to the ceiling. And as you're doing your hacking, you realize that there are some buttons that need to be attended to up top. And so, you kind of are thinking out loud, and from behind you, you hear Kate say, "Hey Reagan, lift me." And Time of Your Life starts playing again,
oh yeah,
and
oh yeah.
Kate's gonna run up, and you're not wearing the Swayze suit anymore, but it doesn't matter because you've embodied
Yes.
Swayze. And I'm going to jump, and you're going to lift me.
Okay.
So that I can hit whatever combination of buttons are necessary. In order to achieve this, I'm going to roll my charm,
Okay.
because we're working together here to make this happen. I'm
Exactly.
also going to roll hot girl stuff.
Of course,
because-
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then the one for the roll. So let's give it a go.
Are you invoking our relationship that we're friends? We work.
Yes, I am.
Nice.
There's another one in there. Okay, so that is an 8. But as
Do you
I'm
wanna re-roll with
stretching,
heroic trait?
yes. So
Okay.
as I'm stretching up there, I feel like I can't quite make it anymore. But I am relentless. That is my heroic trait,
Yes.
and I also was a gymnast, so I'm able to
Yes.
twist in just the right way
Yes.
to re-roll all of these, except for the 1 8. Okay, all right, that's better. So there's a 10 and a 9 in the mix, so that's 3 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. That takes it down to 5.
So it's an interesting change of music because it still has that synth line from Sunglasses at Night, and but Time of Your Life is playing. It's like this strange DJ remix of the songs melded together,
Nice.
and I'm able to help you accomplish some of what needs to be done in this
Right.
space.
Yeah. Awesome. What are you doing, Sam?
So, I'm looking around and I don't really know those fandangled computers all that well, but I do know mechanics and parts.
Yeah, you do.
And those parts over there, those look important. So I'm going to go fuck them up.
Yes.
So I'm using brawn on this one.
Hell yeah.
And mechanics. Can you use multiple skills?
No, you can only use one skill.
Okay, then I will use
one
mechanics
skill and
because
one
that's a
attribute.
2. I am going to invoke Master Teacher's teachings. I'm going to take a moment and reflect while you two are doing your dance number, and I feel like there's like a Sifu moment. Like I'm back on Suplex Island in my mind, and Master Teacher's there, and he's all like, "When you can wrestle the cinnamon roll from between my butt cheeks, you will have mastered the art." And
Oh no.
all right, so I've got
I love it.
4.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I've got 4. So 8, 2, 6, and 7. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll those. I am going to not back down when the odds are in or against me. Son of a...
Yeah.
Oh, no! Yay! Okay, so I got a 2, which sucks. So I have 1 success from the previous one, a 10, and a 12. So that is 4 successes.
Nice.
We have 1 left.
It takes it to 1. And it takes it to 1.
Nice.
Yes.
The laser hits the center of the earth. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's just coring in there. It's just getting ready to go, and I'm like, I always hated Dig Dug. Push a button, and
That's it. You just push the button.
I'm gonna try to use my hacker ability again. Brains, unless one of you guys have something else.
No, do this. You've got it.
All right, 2 for brains, 1 for the roll, 1 for hacker. Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm rolling 4. Okay, 9, 10, 11. Yes.
Woo!
So I push that button, and everything, and it starts flashing. Game over on the wall. And I look back and I'm like, we did it, guys. High five all around. We did it.
Because of all of the shooting that's been going on and just everything that we've done, all this effort into shutting this all down. As that game over lights up and you kind of give your line, there are like showering sparks coming down from these strange computer modules that just sort of light up this space a little bit.
Absolutely.
And after we've inexplicably landed the ship and we've parked it outside of NASA's headquarters, and we're walking away, and there's like just a little bit of moisture on the ground, a little bit of glistening, the power's back on. I'm like, I actually don't have a roommate anymore. So I've got some space, and you want to go to Blockbuster and rent the Star Wars trilogy?
We don't need to rent it, my man. I own it. But yeah, we'll go. Blockbuster's my favorite.
Nice.
And you know what? That place is so great, it's never going out of business, man.
Right? They're going to be in
It's
business
gonna be here
forever.
Everyone loves movies. Come on.
Hey, Kate, you want to come with?
Yeah.
Yeah. As we start to walk away, we look and we see that the aliens are all shriveled up and gross. And
Yeah.
what's this last scene? Just us walking away together, friends, or anything else? Is there a post-credit scene or anything crazy like that, or does our movie end?
Well, I feel like at this point, like, emergency vehicles are starting to pull in, because it would be about this time in a movie that they start to actually show up.
Sure.
Yeah. In the post scene, the bathroom that was closed for repair, you hear a gurgling, and out of the toilet climbs like the last surviving alien, and it looks around, and it reaches up and pulls the lever and flushes itself to escape to elsewhere for the sequel.
Oh my god.
Amazing. Title flash. What's the name of our movie, gang?
Oh
Um,
shit.
Alien Flush. We'll workshop.
Invasion of the,
Right.
the snotty catchers.
Nice. But yes, this was Action 12 Cinema, gang. If you like to watch us play this, you can get your own copy by going. There's a link floating around in the chat somewhere over on RPG Academy /Action-12-Cinema, where you can get the PDF, or you can pre-order the hardcover that's coming out soon of this really cool, fun game where you can tell your own awesome, cool B level schlocky movies that we like. Do we want to say who we are again, or do we want to do this giveaway now? Everybody's been so patient. Why do we
do the giveaway now, and then we'll do our outro?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So,
all right.
How do we do this? Jeremy, lead us through this.
Well, I'm about to push a button, I think, and that's going to do it. All right, so we are going to close the giveaway and draw a winner. And draw a winner. There it goes. All right, Andy G3D won the giveaway. Yeah. Congratulations, Andy. Awesome. I will drop you a message to get your shipping information, and you have your choice between miniature dice. So it's these packs of mini dice. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Nice.
You have the misfit dice is what they're called, and there's a mini one, and there is a mystery one. Actually, they're all blind packs, so I don't know why mystery. I think these are normal size, these are miniature, and the one that Kevin has there are metal. So you choose which one you want, and we will get them sent off to you.
Post-haste.
Kevin, you started all of this wonderful shenanigans. Why don't you do your introduction outro thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Also, Andy says the metal dice, so that is. I will send you Andy's address to mail those off.
Coming your way, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for playing with us. You know, everyone's here at the table with us. So, but yeah, I'm Kevin. As we said, I can be found online at the socials at KevRan Games. I am one of the staff here. Staff, I guess, is kind of a weird term. I don't know why I said staff. It's not really a staff. I'm on the team here with Wanderers Haven, with Jeremy and Beth, and our friend Miko, who is doing some other stuff tonight, which is not a problem. This was awesome. What do we have coming up? Oh, Sunday. I am running We Get to Play episode. We're playing Fantasy Age, my personal favorite game. Nice. Where is it somewhere? Fantasy Age. Boom, baby. By Green Ronin Publishing. Yeah. We're playing a cool pirate adventure.
Nice.
Team of 4, one of which is going to be Jeremy. And they're going to go on a cool little adventure and meet some cool, sinister stuff. When I'm not here doing stuff, you can also find me over on Murder Hobo Inc., where I play one of the streams there. And also, I run stuff on the La Nata Eterna channel on Twitch. Cool storytelling in a dark fantasy world where Beth's in it too, playing with a cool character. And it's a lot of fun. But this was awesome. Thank you all so much. I have a couple little thank yous to people out in the world. So I'll just say thank you so much to Michael Ross for letting us play his game. And, doing it. And do we have music? We have music tonight, right? Epidemic Sound was playing that for us. Oh, yeah, Epidemic Sound. Thanks for letting us use some music. And thank all of you for donating. Please remember, I should say, to if you can, donate to No Kid Hungry. It's a really great cause that we all believe in, and we hope that you'll help us support that. So thanks, everybody.
Nice.
Go ahead, friends.
Yes. Well, my name is Beth. You can find me on social media at Beth Masco. This evening I played Kate, the girl character. What was her job there? We don't really know. What was she about? Hard to say, but she was a girl and she was there.
Yes. These
so,
are true.
yeah, these are, I mean, hey, I'm just leaning into the whole thing.
Into the trope.
Yeah. I am also here on Wanderer's Haven doing all sorts of fun stuff. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, there will be a was it No Cube Hungry?
Oh, yeah.
Is that? Yeah. So we've got a really cool game that we're going to be playing to also benefit No Kid Hungry. So check it out because it's already the concept is bonkers.
Yeah.
But yeah, check all of that out. Thank you for everybody who watched. Thank you for everybody who donated tonight and got to interact with the game. It definitely made things very interesting and weird and fun. So yeah, big thanks to everybody out there.
Nice. And I'm Jeremy Hochhalter. You all said a lot of what I was going to say. I do want to say thanks to FanRoll Dice for the dice that we are giving away. Thanks to everyone who donated for No Kid Hungry. Definitely an awesome organization. Great cause to support. What else? I think that pretty much...
We have an affiliate code for FanRoll if they want
to
peruse and find their own dice. It's WH Pub 10 or something like that.
Yeah, so if you head over to the link that is now on the screen or in the chat, or if you go to bit.ly/WH that is the link to head over to, and the code is WHPubs10 for 10% off your purchase. I highly recommend the bouncy dice. Bouncy dice! Oh my god, they're amazing!
And they've got dice trays and dice towers and bags and stuff too if you want to have accessories. So.
And we'll continue to show those things off as we continue in the coming weeks. Yeah, so tune in tomorrow for No Cube Hungry at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Sunday we're at 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Is that right? For
Sunday, is it that late?
No. It's earlier in the day.
Yeah, I thought it was earlier in the day. We'd have to look.
I don't remember.
Pay attention to our social media. You'll find us on Twitter at WH Pubs. I'm at Kevran Games, as we said. Beth at Beth Masco. So yeah, we'll all talk
Check
about
us
it.
out.
Right. And I'm on Twitter at WH Pubs. Thanks for watching tonight. Thank you,
Real
Kevin.
Quick before we go,
yeah.
Who we raiding tonight, man?
Oh my god!
Oh,
thank you.
Man.
You remember?
Yeah, made
what
it happen.
Question.
Made it happen, baby.
Let's find out who we're gonna raid tonight.
Yes. Made it happen. I rolled a 12 on that one, y'all.
Right?
Yeah, you did.
Let's raid Stella Luna.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Love it.
This is only my second time ever remembering to do this, and I didn't even remember to do it. Thank you, Kevin.
No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Great game.
Awesome.
Totally wacky and weird.
Right?
It is, yeah. That's what's fun.
And thanks to everyone for the awesome suggestions. Again, it made the game just that much crazier and fun.
For sure.
All right. We are out of here. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.